Alright, hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Resident Roleplay. This is a show where a group of friends and I get together and play a homebrewed tabletop RPG set in the world of Resident Evil. I'm your host and GM, Raphael, and I am joined today by a bit of a special group of players. And we have a little bit of a guest.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Okay, audio looks good, I think.
Yeah, I've got it up. It looks good.
Yeah, no real bad screw-ups like last time. So, alright, how's everyone doing?
Good.
Getting better.
For us or for the listeners?
Both.
Okay.
Okay, now that I've got Twitch off, what did you say?
I said, how's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. That's good. Alright,
how is everybody in Twitch?
Yeah, how's everyone in chat? Sound off. So, we're joined today by Sayers, who some of you may know from his voice acting and sound editing work on the Deneth Chronicle, hit web series, of course. This is kind of our first guest appearance. I wish I could keep it more secret. Like I said, if I had my way, he wouldn't pop up until, like, his character pops up. But
I didn't realize I'm your first. I'm so honored. I thought... like I said, I did watch them before. But they're like 7 hours long, so I didn't watch all of them.
One episode was 7 hours long. One episode.
The other ones are still like 3 hours long.
Yeah, 3 to 4. So
a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, with that being said, welcome all. Of course, Sayers, again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And you come from the podcasting background, so I don't think I need to explain too much the stream, just like entertainment, talking ethics, you know.
No, I got it.
So,
I got it.
Yeah.
It's the game I'm worried about.
Oh, yeah. That's where all the difficulty is going to come in. But we're all here to help. We're all here to have a fun time. So we're all here to tell a story. So with that being said, if nobody has anything else to add, not die is also on the agenda. If nobody has anything else to add, I think we could go ahead and get right into things.
I do have one quick question. As your guest, what happens if I do die, like, my third, roll?
Well, then it's inconsequential, because you'll come back next time as a new guest character.
Okay, that works.
Well, it's not, I guess it's not inconsequential for you. You just lost the character that you put a good amount of work into, but...
Yeah, quite the backstory.
Yeah.
At least I don't have to draw him.
Yeah. So, that being said, we didn't quite get art for his character in time, so we won't have the character stat cards that all the other characters have and whatnot will not be available for the stream, and he's just going to have a sort of generic artwork for the mini, if it comes to that. But, So, shall we begin?
I just wanted to add real fast that if your character is in a dying state, we are known for retrieving at least your dying body to a safe
You will be buried.
I don't know if we've buried anybody, but I mean, we've retrieved dead bodies.
It's like that zombie game, you know what I'm talking about? Zombie with an eye, where if your character dies, you start a new character, then you find your old character, you get all the stuff back.
Yep. But we will bring your dead character somewhere outside of wherever.
They'll tell your family.
Yeah.
Write stories and sing songs.
I don't want to have to meet anyone else's family, man.
You're just so done meeting families by this point.
I am so done with families.
Emil's that guy, you know. He's the army guy that you know it's bad news when he comes to talk to your wife. So, all right. So, with that being said, I think we shall begin the session. So previously, on Resident Roleplay, your party of survivors had been trapped in a mysterious cabin in the Arklay Mountains. Beneath the cabin, you uncovered a secret umbrella bioweapon facility, and deep in that facility you discovered Emil's missing friend and brother-in-arms, Jack Carmine, had been experimented on and transformed into a powerful bioweapon known as a Tyrant. You eventually defeated the Tyrant and escaped the facility as it self-destructed, but not without loss. Detective Mike Foster, Arkea's adopted father and Chauncey's partner, was killed by the Tyrant. Beaten, worn, and tired, you made your way back to the city proper. There, Chauncey brought Mike's body to the hospital and had his death officially certified by the county coroner. While you were there, you noted that there was an unusual amount of sick people kind of coming into the hospital and in need of treatment. From there, Katara returned to her suburban house. I was going to say home, in search of her parents, but found nothing except a cryptic note before locking herself away in a secret laboratory.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm very curious to see what comes of that. So, Emil then found out the hard way that the city's water is nasty right now, and Arkea had the difficult task of explaining Mike's passing to his only son, Brandon. Later that evening, you all heard from the news that there was a mass shooting at Raccoon University that seemed to be orchestrated by a man wearing a USS uniform. Emil and Arkea spent the night at Chauncey's apartment before heading out to accomplish various tasks throughout the day. The three of you eventually reconvened at Raccoon General Hospital. There, Chauncey lied to the county coroner about Mike's death at the request of Police Chief Brian Irons. The story that is now on record is one in which Mike's death was via bear mauling and with no mention of Umbrella's involvement. So, on your way out, Arkea noticed a patient that all of you recognized immediately as a Crimson Head, like the kind you encountered in the Arklay cabin. After a gruesome and violent transformation, that Crimson Head became a four-legged, long-tongued, skinless monstrosity that all of we know to be a licker, but your characters don't know that. Chauncey opened fire on the creature as it escaped the hospital and fled to the streets. And that, I do believe, was the last thing that happened. Mm-hmm. So, let me just get some ambience going here. Bear with me. Okay, so, Arkea, Chauncey, Emil, you now find yourselves near the entrance of Raccoon General. Looking out on the streets, you see plumes of smoke rising behind a building. You hear screams, police sirens, and gunfire echoing from the distance. It's September 24th, 1998. It's about noon. What are you guys doing?
I'm going back in the hospital. Can I find the water fountain?
Yeah, there's a water fountain you can find easy enough.
All right, I'm gonna take the bottle that Chauncey gave me. I'm gonna drink the water.
Okay.
Drink all the water, and then I'm going to fill it with the water from the fountain.
Okay, so you go ahead and chug the water down. It's very refreshing. Nice spring bottled water. What was that noise?
Oh, many-sided dice! Thank you so much for those bits. Oh my gosh!
Did we just get bits? Holy smokes! That is that a first? I think that's a first.
Those are the first bits we've ever gotten.
Those are the first bits we've ever gotten. Hot dang! Thank you so much, dude. All right, so now that we're off to that strong of a start, Emil chugged the water and filled it up.
That water was really refreshing.
Yeah, that water was so refreshing to your soul.
That was about 250 bits worth refreshing.
250 bits worth of reinvigoration into your system, and then you proceed to fill the bottle with water from the tap.
Yes.
All right.
Can I go back to see the guy at the morgue?
Okay, yeah, so well, actually turning around, you're currently kind of outside the hospital's front entrance. Turning around, first of all, you see the crowd in the lobby of sickly people just staring at you, most of whom are just getting up off the ground after the gunfire.
I'm gonna hold up my badge.
Okay.
So everybody knows, this is the police business.
A few people nod in recognition, but you still hear a couple of murmurs of people talking about your irresponsibility. As you head back in, you notice Robin Chester running out from the back halls, the county coroner that you encountered earlier. He kind of enters, looks around kind of frantically, and he's just like, what's all the commotion? What's going on? Is that gunfire?
I'm gonna tell him that I retract my statement again.
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
Tell him, now ask these people and tell them that it was a bear. Or a wild animal that is just attacked them or came through here. You know, that kind of sort.
What are you talking about? What's going on? I just heard gunfire from the morgue that just came running out. What's...
Can I walk him back toward the room in which The door should be like completely obliterated.
Okay,
Bodies?
yeah. He would have passed by it on the way, but he probably ran past it and didn't think much of it. So yeah, you lead him back in that direction.
While he's taking him there, I'm gonna take Archaea and I'm gonna take her back to the Jeep.
Okay.
We need to get safe. We need to get somewhere safe, away from all these prying eyes.
What Jeep?
Your Jeep.
I don't have a Jeep.
Your car, whatever that is.
Humvee.
What is it? Humvee.
My Hummer.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take her back to there because it's sturdy.
I have
Okay,
a question
Question.
to Emil.
No.
Does he? No. Yeah.
We're
Get
going.
out of here. No. Well, a question about Emil, I guess. Does he have
Okay.
pockets?
I mean, he has. Yeah. But you have
Yeah?
a bag though.
Well, no. Just does he have jacket pockets?
No, he doesn't have pockets like a he has like pants pockets.
That would be a little creepy.
Might feel a little nuts.
All right, what are you doing?
Okay, she's just gonna take a piece of paper out of her backpack, and she's going to slip it to Emil.
Okay.
And
doing
I
that?
already sent him the file.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you doing that subtly or?
Yeah.
All
Trying
right.
to.
Make
Okay.
a dexterity check.
Do I have
Okay.
to oppose it?
I'll probably set it against your passive perception.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know, right? Why is this
Okay,
sick?
that.
That's probably better if you use my passive. I might have rolled low.
What is Dex under?
It's under mobility.
That's mobility.
Yeah,
Dexterity.
it's a mobility skill.
Oh, okay, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. The system's different.
Yeah. It's a little
alright.
different.
It's better.
It is.
No.
Maybe. All right. So, what's that? Is that plus anything? Is that with any bonuses?
Okay, it would be the first one, and it would be a 10.
I was gonna say.
Okay, 10. Did you roll double dice again?
I accidentally hit it twice.
Oh, okay. So that's a 10.
Yeah.
Emil, you feel somebody fishing around in one of your pockets.
I grab her hand.
Well, she wasn't like trying to slip it to his pocket. She was trying to slip it to his hand.
Oh, like, well, then I feel
he would have definitely. No, there's no need to make any rolls then. He definitely notices that.
Yeah.
But
She wasn't trying to do it subtly to him. She was trying to do it subtly to anybody around her.
Okay.
Okay. So.
And you have that file, Lauren?
What is this?
That was the file that I sent you earlier.
No. What is this?
Oh, you're asking her.
Get into character, Lisa.
Sorry! Just read it.
I'll read it when we have time. Actually, we might have time right now because I think you gotta wait for a meal.
No, yeah, or for Johnson.
You can't wait for a meal. You are a meal.
I'm a meal. Hold on, give me 1 second. I need to get you.
This place is a mess.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a bit disoriented. I had some of the.
All right.
No,
Can we just start over?
we need to wait for Chauncey, so I guess I'll take her to the car and I'm gonna read it.
All right. So you have that file, so it's a good thing you do because I actually forgot to put that on Roll20 as a handout. So yeah, you guys can't get into the Hummer because it is currently locked and Chauncey has the keys. So Chauncey, you're walking Robin Chester back to the room from which the liquor originated.
Yes, and I'm trying to gather up all the people that were in that room to have a discussion with him.
Okay, there's a couple of doctors and nurses that are just like all panicked.
Aren't some of them dead?
No, nobody was attacked.
No, yeah, the liquor just made a beeline for the front entrance. What is this, Chauncey?
This is the room in which it came.
What is it?
You tell me. It peeled out of its skin. You could see its skin laying right there.
At this point, a couple of nurses and attending doctors kind of chime in, just like, we saw the whole thing. I can't explain it in medical terms at all. It wasn't like anything I've ever seen. it was very strange and very scary, and I'm not quite sure. And then Robin Chester just kind of calms his. Calm down. What do you mean? Sort of came out of its skin? What? Oh no. I'm sorry. I need to go. And he just turns around and starts walking for the front entrance.
I'm gonna grab him by an article of clothing.
Okay.
Preferably like the shoulder area.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna be like, I want you to make my statement, my original statement, what's used in your files.
All right, I'll see what I can do, but I need to go. And he takes off running for the front entrance of the hospital.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pursue him out the door, but just kind of keeping an eye on him, see which way he goes.
Okay, so yeah, you head out the door. You see him as he exits into the front. He gets to his car, which is parked along the street, and he gets into that, starts it up, and takes off in his vehicle, kind of peeling away in a little bit of a hurry. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna tell everybody get in the truck. Let's go.
All right, so you guys start loading up into the Hummer, and so yeah, you taking off?
Yeah.
All right, where are you headed for?
Towards the police station. Can I? We didn't discuss. I don't think you said anything back. But do I have my scanner?
Yeah, you would have a police scanner.
Can I turn that on?
Okay, you turn on the police scanner. So you immediately hear, as you're driving along and listening to the scanner, the dispatcher on it just going, "We have a 1034 in progress. All available units report to Warren Stadium on South Raccoon Street. Repeat, 1034 in progress. All available units report to Warren Stadium on South Raccoon Street." All right, as you...
At the layout of Raccoon City, are we going to be bypassing my apartment?
So let me see. Your apartment, I do believe, is in downtown, the apartment complex. You guys are basically to the far north right now. You wouldn't be, let's see, to get to the police station, you mean?
No, to get to the calling all cars.
To get where that is?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you wouldn't be passing your apartment. That's actually very close by to where you are. In fact, as you are driving and heading in the police station's direction, the first intersection you come across, you have to stop because a buttload of emergency vehicles just go speeding through the intersection, headed what you recognize to be west. Yeah, there's just, you hear what sounds like must be some sort of crowd off in the distance, and lots of commotion and occasionally gunfire coming from that direction. As you are stopped at this intersection, you're gonna say something, Emil?
Do I know where Maria's place is?
You know it's in the suburbs. It's a good distance away from here.
Do I know which direction that is? It west?
No.
Okay.
It would be the suburbs would be the northeast of the city. I think you've been there enough times at this point to recognize that. So yeah, as you're stopped at this intersection, you see. Make a perception check, everyone in the vehicle. We'll see what you see.
Not much.
I don't exist yet, right?
No.
Okay.
You exist somewhere else, but
Oh,
you know the vehicle.
no, I don't see shit.
Too busy driving. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road, Emil. Or, dang it, I'm Emil.
I have passive of 12. Can I passively perceive anything?
Is Archaea gonna try and see anything?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll wait on your roll.
Oh, there's the odds.
Better.
And that's
Hey.
a 19, by the way.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So you guys kind of take a look around, looking outside the windows of the Hummer, and you, Archaea especially, but Emil, you're on like the passenger side, correct?
Yeah, I'm probably up in the front.
Front seat, passenger side. Yeah, you definitely notice on your end, kind of off to the side, is you notice looks to be a man in kind of workman-like clothes. He appears to be armed with like a rifle slung over his shoulder, and he's approaching from the sidewalk, kind of trying to wave you guys down. He looks desperate.
Yo, Chauncey.
What's up? I'm assuming that, like, because I rolled so low, we were at the stop. I'm just changing channels on my scanner. Wasn't paying attention.
I motion over to this person with a rifle walking toward us.
He's kind of moving hurriedly at this point, and he actually gets to the side of the vehicle while you guys are waiting here. Sayers, if you want to describe what they see in more detail.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm very new to this. Okay. So,
it's good. Just go ahead and give us a basic description of your character.
Okay. So I walk up. Do name and everything. Just throw it all out there.
If you're
just
what do they
description?
Yeah. What do they see when they look at this man that's approaching them? They don't know his name yet. So
okay. The man about mid 30s, about 34 years old. Looks like he's about 40. Looks like he's had a little bit of a hard road. Kind of grizzled. About 5'10", wide. A little chubby. Long brown beard and kind of short, messy brown hair.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, at this point, you have full control of your character. So if you want to, what do you say to them as you approach?
Quick question: is he coming passenger side or driver's side?
Passenger side, which is why Emil noticed him I had to point him out to you, rather.
Hey, where are you guys?
I got power windows, bro.
Oh yeah,
come on. This is an upgrade.
You got power windows in 1998?
Yeah.
Wait, where are you
Military edition.
it's brand new technology, experimental.
Where are you guys heading to?
That way.
Okay. Where's that way?
To the police station.
Okay. Do you mind if I tag along? I'm kind of trapped out here.
Why do you have a rifle?
It's from my shop.
Where's your shop?
It's a mechanic shop down in the inner city. It's kind of what was a bad neighborhood, but now everything's kind of a bad neighborhood.
Would I know the name of this mechanic shop?
You know a couple of different mechanic shops in the area. He hasn't really given you anything identifying.
Well, like obviously, like his being who I am, would he be recognizable?
Being a local, you mean?
Yeah. Being a local police officer, you'd think he'd be sort of recognizable because you kind of have some. Like he doesn't look like a stranger in town.
No, he definitely looks like a local. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can make you roll for that.
Can I sense that they're not believing me and tell a little bit more about myself?
You can make an insight check if you want.
Okay.
I can make an insight check on him, right?
Yeah. If anybody wants to make insight checks.
It's about time I'm starting to roll out my insight checks.
All right. Everyone who wants to make insight on anybody, roll right now.
Insight.
I will do that.
Let me just roll it really quick because I need to make a macro.
Okay.
Is how often I want to use this.
Woo!
All right.
Oops, hold on.
And of course, Sayers, remember, you're adding your wisdom modifier to that. So is that anything? All right.
Yeah. So you +3.
Okay, so that's 15 total. Yeah, you can add, by the way, arithmetic to the code when you put it in. If you put 1d20 and then just put in plus and then whatever your bonus is. So you could just add it to the roll. So, yeah, we see some insight going around. So, Archaea, Emil, Chauncey, I think you guys all pretty much get a good beat on him. You get the sense that he's really... Well, what exactly were you guys trying to intuit from this?
I just want to see why he's got a rifle and whether he's going to be a threat to me or my party.
Okay.
If he has enough marbles up here.
Yeah.
Does he look crazy?
Okay, yeah.
So, and Chauncey, does he look like he's got an ulterior motive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we being robbed?
So you guys with your rolls, he looks slightly crazy, but not in the criminal sense. In the you get the sense that he is very panicked right now, very desperate to get some sort of a ride, and that he is not in a good way. You see the rifle, but you get the sense from the commotion that you hear in the direction that he was coming from that it might have been like a defense situation. And And so, yeah, you don't get the sense that he has any sort of immediate ill will. And so with roll of 15 from Stairs, I almost said your character's name. I can't say that yet. So what exactly were you trying to get insight on, by the way? What were you trying to determine?
I was wondering if I can just tell a little bit more about my story, just to see if I can maybe ingratiate myself with the group a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely get the sense with that roll that you look very suspicious right now, and you see the way the movement of their eyes, kind of looking up and down, you trying to figure you out, and you get the sense that you need to share a little bit.
All right.
Can I in the state of in the emergency state that we are currently looking at, I'm just going to tell Emil to get in the back, watch him from behind in the back seat, let him ride shotgun. We'll investigate him to our next destination, which is towards the police station, preferably.
Okay.
You still have the Glock?
I know I have a shotgun in the back.
Because I know I gave you my Glock a while ago.
Yeah. I think that might.
Would that be in the apartment? I think that's probably in the apartment.
I think it's just a house.
Yeah, I'll say. Actually, just because
I do have my Beretta.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Glock is probably in the trunk with the shotgun because Chauncey, knowing that was your firearm, or at least claimed by you, you found it, but he would have taken it with you guys, and I'm just kind of saying spare inventory stuff that got lost just kind of ends up in the trunk of the Hummer.
All right, okay. So that works out for me.
I'll sit in the back, but I'm gonna hold on to his gun.
Yeah, we'll give you a ride, but let him hold on to your gun. Does that work good to you? Okay, come on in.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna try a couple of different voices to see which one kind of sticks.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, figuring your character out. This is the fun part. Yeah. So do you hand him?
I'll take that.
You hand him your rifle?
I hand him my rifle.
All right.
Now I have a question. As far as they know, I don't have anything else because it's only what they can visibly see.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well,
I'm assuming
yeah. Doc has.
Nah, don't remind him of his abilities.
I know. I know what my abilities are. I'm in another state of mind. I'm not worried about him per se as what I'm worried about coming up. So,
all right. So I'm gonna take his rifle. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
That's why I'm putting Emil in charge of keeping an eye on him while we question him while we're going to where we're going, because my mind's police mode
on the road.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Emil, you get out of the front seat and get into the back, squeezing in with Arkea. You fish your Glock out of the trunk, I'm assuming, and get the rifle from your new acquaintance. Yeah, you're looking it up and down. It appears to be a Remington, similar to the one, in fact, identical to the one that you saw in the gun store earlier in the day. Little wooden bolt action hunting rifle kind of thing.
Is it loaded?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Okay. Has it been fired? Is there missing ammunition?
Stairs, has it been fired? It has fired? It has been fired?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good.
So yeah, it's completely loaded.
All right.
Another quick question, Raph. Did we agree on the light?
The light?
Yeah, I said that message. Like the pop a light up on the top.
Like a cup light.
You're talking about like
my little wee woo.
Yeah, a little siren. I'm gonna say for your personal vehicle, probably not.
Okay, all right. I was just curious, so I'm just gonna roll flashing lights then.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Sayers, your character gets into the front seat. You are now sitting next to Chauncey, this kind of well-dressed looking man with a mullet running down his head. And, kind of silk shirt and nice pants and all that. So, you do notice that he does appear... Actually, make a perception check.
Okay. That's a D20?
Yeah, D20, adding your wisdom and whatever your perception bonus is.
7.
Okay, 7. Well, I would say you would very obviously notice that he's got like holsters and stuff. He does appear to be armed, but don't notice much beyond that.
Okay. I have a passive perception of 10. Does that add anything?
No, I think your passive perception would be even higher than that. Because your passive perception is 10 plus your perception bonus, which with your wisdom should at least be 3.
My wisdom is 17, my bonus is 3, and my passive is 10.
Yeah, your passive should be 13 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Does that mean I naturally have a 13?
It means for things that you're not looking for, you notice at a 13, basically.
Yeah. But if somebody stealths past you and they roll under 13, you'll notice them.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. So like things trying to stick around. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, because on the character sheet, just really quick, that Lauren designed, it uses your perception bonus and just adds that to the passive perception. So if you put in like 3 under perception, then it should update. All right.
Yeah.
So that being said, what are you guys doing?
Arkeo wants to tap him on the shoulder and give him the meal treatment. Hi, I'm Arkeo. What's your name?
To me?
Yes, you.
This little girl taps you on the shoulder.
I'm Doug.
Doug.
Yeah.
Doug?
Yeah, Doug Wellman.
Oh, Doug.
I own
Great.
my family shop is the Wellman garage in Center City. Do you know it?
Would I know it?
Make a history check. This is local history, local locations, venues, all that. History check.
Killing me with these zeros. No, I don't know it.
Can I make
Unbelievable. I know everything. Not this place. Where are you located at? I don't know this area. I don't know the inner city. Are you a new garage? Because I've never heard of it.
My family's been there for 75 years. Back when Center City was just, there was nothing there really. Started as a little mom and pop shop, been there ever since.
Must be really discreet because it's not ringing any bells.
Things have not been going well for a while, let's just say that. Clientele's changed a little bit.
I can understand that.
So I'm assuming while this is all going on, you're driving towards your destination, just kind of ride and talk sort of situation?
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, is that...
What was that?
Does that voice sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we heading, like, past where they're calling all cars?
No, yeah, where at the intersection that you'd stopped at, where Doug came up to you, when you saw all the emergency vehicles heading essentially to your right, that would have been the direction that they're calling all cars. But yeah, you're heading past that area, sort of adjacent to it, not directly through it, to get to the police station.
Would I be able to get, like, some views down some side streets?
Yeah, make a perception check.
I would also like to let him know at some point that I need to head by, and then I'll give him Maria's address.
All right. 20.
I perceive a lot today.
So yeah, looking down some of the side streets, you're a good distance from the main point of action, but you see kind of off in the horizon line what looks to be a lot, like a huge crowd of citizens running away from what you know to be the stadium area. And you see a bunch of police moving to contain the situation. The police cruisers kind of obscure your sight a good bit, but a lot of them seem to be setting up a barricade of some sort, and a lot of police officers kind of moving to contain the situation.
Any more chatter on the radio?
Just the same thing repeating over and over again of the 1034 in progress.
I don't know what a 1034 is, honestly.
No, I was gonna say, as a cop, you would, so I could tell it.
Yeah, but IRL, I don't know what a 1034 is.
Oh yeah, a 1034 in IRL is a riot.
Okay.
So yeah, and Chauncey would know that, being a policeman. So.
Okay, can I change my destination?
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to my house.
Okay, you're heading to the apartment.
Yeah.
Is that by
No.
Maria's?
No.
No, yeah, it's way inner city.
I remember somebody's place was by Maria's.
There's a lot of people in the suburbs, so.
No, but somebody, Oh no, I think it was Arkea's adopted.
Yeah.
Mother, yeah.
Mother was by. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was neighbors with Maria.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so.
Oh, I don't need that.
I'm gonna say that aloud to everybody. Hey, change of plan, everybody. We need to go to my apartment now.
All right. Why were you heading down to the police station originally?
Is
Emil asking that, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start to tell. Yeah.
I need to report my gunshots at the hospital, and I want to see if there's any files that I could be pulled up on that. I can't remember his name for the life of me. The morgue guy.
I think. Can I just interject as character, like at points? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we might be a little bit past that point. I don't think your sergeant or lieutenant's really gonna care at this point.
Right, but I don't know that yet. But we need to get to my apartment.
Well, listen.
You don't mind going for a ride and let me grab some things?
Hey, I was on the street 5 minutes ago, so wherever you want to take me, I'm cool with.
All right, cool.
As long as we can head to the address I gave you after we head to your apartment. I just need to do something really quick.
Yes, I'll take you wherever you want to go. Just let me go to my apartment first.
Yes, after.
Okay.
And
so
then...
Yeah.
Okay, no. Yeah, I'll wait till we get there.
Okay, so you guys, it's a bit of a drive. How carefully are you driving, Doc? Are you like booking it?
With haste.
Okay, with haste. Yeah. So you get there pretty quickly. Make a drive check just for lulz.
All right. Okay, there's actually drive. Oh, you're killing me with these zeros today. Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah. So there's thankfully you're past the point of the main part of the ruckus at this point, so you manage to get there eventually. You try to go fast and hit a couple of lights and don't end up going as fast as you would like to as a law-abiding citizen, but you eventually get there, and
law-abiding detective,
yeah. You head into the apartment complex. You see Jim, the receptionist, still sitting there on the front desk like, hey, Chauncey, what's going on out there?
I just run past him. Gotta go.
I'm following him, and I'm gonna tell him, pack your bags, leave the city, and walk fast.
It can't be that bad. He opens up the Raccoon Press again.
I'm scaling the steps. I'm not even going up the elevator. Just running up the steps.
Okay, you run up the steps. While you're going up the stairs, what's Archaea doing?
Archaea is going to follow them until she gets to her her floor, and then she's gonna go search for Brandon.
Okay, so you go up to the second floor.
I'm gonna go with her there first, actually, because that's on the way. So I'm gonna go with her there.
Yeah, it's on the second floor, and the Clancy household is way up on the top. So yeah, you would definitely stop by with Archaea first at the Foster household, and yeah, do you just knock on the door?
No, I just walk in.
Do you have keys?
I would assume she would.
Okay.
I mean,
but do you?
She lives here, so I mean, yeah, she would carry them in her backpack.
Okay, so you let yourself in, and then you, as you enter, you kind of see Brandon Foster just kind of lying down on the couch, and he looks a little worse for wear from what you're used to seeing him as.
I'm out. I'm out. No, she walks over and she taps him. Like,
yeah, he's kind of half out of it. He kind of rises away. He's just like, Archaea?
Yeah, it's me.
What do you want?
You have to get out of here.
Why? Wow, what's going on?
Let's just say, monsters and crazy stuff is going on, and you need to leave the city now.
Start packing your bags, kid. The city's gonna be under quarantine.
Wait, who am I with?
I don't know.
Whoever you want to be with.
Did you go into the building?
I figured we just left him in the Hummer.
That's what I thought too. like it's totally a meal to just walk out with his rifle.
A meal and them.
Okay, so you're in there with in this apartment with with Archaea. You see her talking to someone that she seems familiar with, and is just like, this isn't the time for your games, Archaea.
No games, kid.
Who even are you people? What are you doing in here? And he's pointing to Emil and Doug in the back.
Archaea kind of dad hands Emil for a second.
Okay.
I'm not entering the household. I'm just in the doorway, just kind of waiting.
Still dad handing.
You walk over it.
There are no games anymore, Brandon. There never were. You need to leave the city now.
Wait, Archaea, did you say monsters?
Monsters.
What do you mean by monsters?
Red-faced demons. Dead-faced demons.
The dead rising.
You know.
You saw this?
I did see this.
I take him aside, like I pull him aside a little bit. I'm gonna tell him that she lost her dad to somebody that used to be my friend who got turned into a giant 10-foot tall creature with spikes for hands.
Awesome.
Basically.
All I've seen so far is just rioters and fires, things like that. I haven't seen anything other than that.
Those rioters may not remain human for long. Have you had the water lately? Like tap water? You might be muted. Nope, you're still muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Now we can hear you.
I was gonna say, you're trying to tell me that there's monsters walking around out there.
Yes.
That's something I'm gonna have to see to believe.
And you will, trust me. You know how to use this, and
the rifle?
Yeah.
Do I get it back now?
No.
If you're telling me, listen, I don't want to come off as strange. I know when people hear this kind of thing, they get a little weirded out, but this is actually the type of thing I've been preparing for a while, let's say.
I like you.
So we can get into it a little bit later when we get back to the car, but I want to talk to the group. I might have a safe place for us.
That might be really good. We have to go pick up one more after this, and then I think we need somewhere safe to lie low while the city goes under quarantine.
All right.
Kid, pack up.
I still don't even know who you people are or what you're doing at my apartment or what's going on here.
Archaea's doing the 6-year-old like stomp on the ground, hands in the air.
You said there's smoke outside. Like, is there? Can I from
the area that you guys were at the hospital? But from here, this side of the city is pretty calm.
You can't see any of.
No, yeah, you don't hear any gunfire anymore. You don't hear anything
over
crazy.
There.
Yeah,
but it hasn't gotten here yet.
No, yeah, over here, life just seems normal.
All right, listen, kid.
Can I turn on the news?
Yes.
Okay, so you walk over to the TV, you turn on the news, and on the news you see a news anchor running a story, and she just says, "Citywide panic continues to grow as the influenza outbreak has reached epidemic levels in Raccoon City. Rumors are spreading fast that the virus in circulation is not influenza, but rather the same cannibal disease that drove a series of bizarre murders earlier this year. The CDC has advised all citizens to remain indoors and avoid all contact with individuals you suspect of carrying the infection." This just in. Rioters have taken to the streets following the incident at Warren Stadium earlier today. If you're just now joining us, at about 11 a.m. this morning, a gang of suspected cannibals assaulted spectators at the Raccoon Sharks football game. The resulting panic gradually transformed into what eyewitnesses describe as a violent riot. Caution is advised for those in and around Raccoon Street, as the area seems to be the focal point of the riots as of recent reports. We'll have more on this story as it develops.
Quick question. Did we actually see anybody turn who wasn't already infected?
I don't believe you have.
Because do we know what zombies are?
I don't actually, generally speaking.
Because like in the Resident Evil universe, it's like not really a thing.
No, I mean, it sounds like a horror movie concept, but yeah, you don't necessarily know, I would say.
Okay, so, because I'm trying to figure out whether I would know that you don't want to get near them, but I do know that we don't want to get near them, because we have had people go down who are, like, worse than if they just gotten, like, stabbed.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to assume that literally everybody in the city has been infected.
Is that what Emil's assuming?
I mean, these are Emil's assumptions. Emil's assumption is that everybody in the city has been infected through the water, but they have to die to turn. So his mentality now is that literally everybody's infected, and we can't get near or like be in like a dangerous situation to die, even though that's not really like the case, because you have to die from infection. But he thinks that dying will turn you because he has seen the dead turn. So he's going to say, all right, have you noticed anything wrong with the water?
What? I mean,
the
not really. I mean, I've been feeling a little ill lately, and at this point, you guys kind of notice, kind of has some like, he's looking a little pale, and has like a few dark veins crawling up the side of his neck.
Don't drink the tap water, only filtered water. Somebody, and I look at Archaea, has poisoned the water supply. Everybody in the city is infected. We have personally seen the dead rise from the dead. I think it has something to do with this viral infection that's going around. We have to get you out of the city. If the riots continue, it will become more and more dangerous, and it'll be more and more dangerous for everybody in this city if more people start to turn from these riots.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, shit!
Oh, no! You give Lauren...
Kid, listen to me!
Archaea would get a persuasion check. You just gotta present him with a strong argument.
I know, but...
I mean, he just speechified it. He has to roll for persuasion.
Oh, no.
Okay, so 12. So, Brandon just kind of gives you this off look like... okay, I get that you're trying to be all helpful and all, but I don't know. Maybe you guys should just leave me be. I'm not in the right place right now.
How is he still laying down?
Of course, you're in the wrong place.
No, he's kind of sat up by this point. Yeah, he's kind of sitting up now.
All I hear is an alarm clock go off. She grabs him by the shoulders, and she's just mad. Nobody's listening to her, so she's mad now. Brandon, listen. I have never lied to you before. Why would I start now? You need to get out of the city, because if you don't, you will die.
All right,
and as much... Hold on, I'm not done. As much as you may think you want to die right now, trust me, you don't. And now she'll roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh.
So that was a lot better than yours.
Oh my gosh.
So, and with that, Brandon just kind of looks you dead in the eye and he goes, there's still a lot you're gonna have to answer, but all right, I'll go with you guys. And he kind of gets up and kind of shrugs off the blanket that was kind of over him while he was resting on the couch. And throws on a jacket. Yeah.
Archaea, do you guys have bottled water around here? You keep bottled water?
Yeah, there should be some in the fridge.
All right, I need you to raid all of that and put it back in the...
Just raid your own house. Oh.
Take all the water, and we need to get that to the Jeep.
Okay.
If old, what's your name? Doug?
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah.
If he's got us set up, he should have some good. But we don't know how long it's going to take for us to get there. If the riots are as bad as I think they're going to get, we may have to go through. We may have to go through some people. So we need to have a portable supply.
Aye. And she goes, starting to open the fridge and taking out the water. And
Okay, so you open up the fridge. You find about 2 gallons of water in there, and one of it's half empty. So
1.5.
Yeah, so 1.5 gallons of water in total. So yeah, so you managed to pull those out, and you start walking those down to the Hummer.
Yep.
All right. So what's Chauncey been doing this whole time?
I made it upstairs yet?
Yeah, you make it up to the 5th floor during this while this conversation is going down. You unlock the door and let yourself into your home. Actually, as you do, you get all the way up to the 5th floor, let yourself into your studio apartment, back into this large open space, and well, first of all, the first thing you notice when you enter is that there, on the opposite side of the room, there's shattered glass all over the floor, and there's a fire escape window is broken, and the frames of your firearms are broken, and you notice a man in kind of a dark hoodie tossing a bag to somebody on the fire escape who tosses it off the edge.
Well, I'm gonna shoot him.
That's breaking and entering.
That I have every right. I'm gonna pop some shots at him.
Raccoon City has strong castle law.
Real life freeze. Like, what the fuck are you doing in my house?
I was really hoping you were gonna pop him.
I'm at least bull rushing his ass.
Okay, so you're rushing forward, you're drawing your weapon, and you are what was that? You're yelling at them to freeze?
Yeah, like, freeze, what the hell are you doing in my house? And I'm gonna try to shoulder check him into the nearest wall.
Okay, roll a strength check. Alright, we can make this athletics, I'll say.
Okay, that's even better. Not very better, but...
Alright, so yeah, you manage to bump into him. You bump him into the wall, but he's not pinned or anything. He starts running away. He's like, oh, yeah, we've been mad. We gotta go. And they start running for the fire escape. So, roll for attack. Is this with your M9?
Yep, that's my mobility. Oh, now I forgot to pull that up. Wait, it's down here.
Just a Friday night at Chauncey's house.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I just pulled up my sheet here.
Yep.
Mobility.
Well, plus your proficiency bonus as well.
Oh yeah, 2.
Alright, so.
7.
So what's the total? 7 or
7?
8? No, it'd be 8. Yeah.
Oh, 8. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the dice. I have everything else up.
All right. So, so you fire. How many shots are you firing, by the way? I don't know if you announced that.
I should have, but full rounds.
Yeah. We'll assuming
So,
if you don't announce what it is, I'll assume
if
you're doing full rounds.
It's gonna be full. Yeah. 2.
So, you fire 2 shots and you hit the drywall next to him as he ducks out onto the fire escape, and you see the 2 thugs just start descending down the fire escape as fast as they possibly can.
When I hear the gunshot, I hear this gunshot, right?
Yeah, below as you guys are finishing your conversation, you hear through the walls.
Damn it! I hand Doug the rifle, just shove it into his chest, and I pull my Glock out, and I tell him, shoot anybody that isn't the people you saw in the car, and then rush off. And I assume I tell him to come with me first. I tell him to come with me and then rush off to where his apartment is.
Okay, so you start. Doug, you now have your gun back. You guys start ascending the stairs all the way up to the 5th floor. You get in and you find Chauncey looking out the window down the fire escape as the burglars get away, and you see the shattered glass kind of on the floor and notice. Well, this is your first time in here, Doug, so you just see this lavish-looking studio apartment type of situation with hardwood floors. It's real industrial looking. It's in a bit of disarray with clothes and bottles and pizza boxes all over the place, a bit of a bachelor pad. But Emil, you would recognize that all the frames that you saw up on the wall are now empty.
Can Doug try to take a shot at one of the burglars as they get away?
By the time you guys get all the way up the stairs, they're long gone.
Okay. I was hoping I could.
Did you say all? Oh my god.
All the ones that were on the walls you notice are gone. The big fancy ones.
Is anything else missing?
Okay, so
Can I, like, do a scan?
Do a perception check, yeah.
the one that I'm working on was it out? I don't know if we described whether it was out in the open or was it like back in my room.
What are you talking about? Oh, you don't see anything, Emil.
Yeah, I know. I don't know this. I don't know this place well enough.
Yeah, you don't know this place well enough. You don't recognize what's out of place and what's not.
Am I there?
You were walking stuff down to the vehicle,
Okay.
so I don't know if you
I
would
would.
be.
Yeah. As we were leaving, I would have told her to make sure. What's his name? Brandon is taken care of.
Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Get him to the vehicle.
Okay. So, what are you looking for, Chauncey?
My break glass in case of emergency.
I think I know what you're talking about. You go back to your bed situation and you check underneath it, and you see the big matte black case down there. It seems untouched.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab that case, bring it out, toss it on the coffee table. As I'm in my room, grab my armor that I took off.
Yes.
For the shower.
Your medium armor's back on now. Your Kevlar vest.
And I'm assuming I'm gonna attach my belt thing, the inventory spots, unless I was already wearing.
Yeah, the holster harness and all that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come back out and in a dramatic flare, I'm gonna smash the glass in case of emergency. grab my AR-15.
Yep. Yeah. So you see him come out in full gear with this matte black case kind of out on the table in front of everyone, and he just flicks it open, throws it open, and you see the kind of foam cutout with a AR-15, Colt AR-15 right in the center, and a little magazine flush in there as well. So you take that, and I assume you load it?
I'm gonna load it.
All right, let me get you the stats for that if I haven't already.
Can I also attach my flashlight that I have?
And yes, you could take a few minutes to attach your flashlight that you bought at the Kendo's gun shop last you were there. And yeah, so you can now get a cone of about 30 feet of bright light in front of you.
Okay. And I'm gonna gather up all my supplies that were in my apartment that weren't in my Hummer, as in the green vial is now going to be, well, no, it was in my inventory.
Yeah.
My combat knife.
Yeah.
The Beretta, the AR.
Yeah, I'm assuming you have basically your full inventory on you now.
Yes. Now that the flashlight is attached to my gun, does it get rid of that inventory spot?
Yes.
I don't have to have it. Okay.
Yeah. That's now occupying the same inventory slot as your AR. With that being said, the AR is bulky, so it takes up 2 inventory spots.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
And right. I'm gonna tell everybody we need to get out of here now. I like in an angry state.
Was that looters?
Look at my walls, bro. Like, it took everything. It took everything from me.
Moving fast. We gotta get out.
Pissed.
We gotta get out.
Do I have like a like my phone? It looked like it was messed up during the break-in or anything.
Your phone? Oh, your landline phone? No, that seems to still be in functioning order.
I'm gonna try to call.
I think that was Jacob digging into the carpet here. Oh, let me calm him down.
I'm gonna try to call Katara.
Okay.
While everybody's getting their shit together.
Yeah. That's definitely Jacob.
Yeah, I'm. Stop it, Jake. All right, so, yeah, the phone rings for a bit. No response.
Yeah, we really need to go, guys. Are you guys ready?
Are you calling Katara?
Yeah. Just tried. She's not answering.
Damn it. All right. Maria's first, then Katara.
Yes. It should be on the way. I don't know if it's on the way.
In character and out of character, making that up.
All right, so
I tell you, I false prophet you as it should be on the way. But right now, I think it's on the way.
Good to me. Sounds good to me.
all right,
I don't know.
Where are we going right now?
We're heading back down the steps. Grab some water if you want.
Yes.
I don't have much left in the fridge from last night, but probably a little bit of water in there.
I'll grab whatever I can grab.
Okay, you gather a bunch of 16-ounce bottles, and you by the handfuls, and you start heading back down the stairs. What's everybody else doing?
I am grabbing water as well and heading down the stairs.
Okay, so you guys start making your way down, eventually getting back to the Hummer. And I'm assuming you guys all load up in there. If Brandon is going to be joining you guys, I think you guys will be at capacity for that Hummer.
Well, there's two little kids though, right?
We are technically over capacity because the Hummer only seats 4.
But you could squeeze one more person in there.
But the room in a Hummer is amazing because they built it in 4 seats, and then they have a deck where you can lay a body down, dead or alive, or stand up into a turret. So there's space for him, but it's not going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
So you guys all load up into the Hummer, and you start taking off driving. I'm assuming Chauncey is in the driver's seat as usual. So you start heading towards the suburbs then.
Can I ask if we could stop at the gun shop first?
Okay. Yeah, so...
That's close, right?
Yeah, it's very close by. It's just a couple of blocks away. So you guys make your way over there. You stop at Kendo's gun shop, and you head in.
Okay.
You see...
Okay, go ahead.
It's open at this point in time. So you go in, you hear the bell ring. Okay, so Emil and Chauncey in Kendo's gun shop. And you see... okay, actually, you see... Robert Kendo rack an AR and kind of pointing it in your direction. He's just like, who goes there?
Customers.
Oh,
it's me, Chauncey. I got you.
Sorry about that, Chauncey. I was been holding the fort. I'm afraid a looter's coming by. The riots are starting to head this direction.
Yeah, they already hit my house. You better get ready. Get to thinking about locking things up.
Your house? Aren't you? Your apartment's kind of way that way, isn't it? Oh man,
yeah.
Somebody. Second story work.
You must have made a target of yourself.
I mean, those big old windows. I always hated those things.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see some friendly faces. What can I do for you guys?
I would like to shop for a backpack.
I'm afraid we're out of stock for that sort of thing.
I'm gonna ask about my gun.
Oh, your gun's still in progress. It should be ready come back in a couple of hours. I'm gonna say
the problem.
I'm gonna say it's been about like 2 hours or so since the start of the session. So
now see a couple
of hours. 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I don't know if we're I don't know how things are gonna be in a couple of hours. I'm gonna have to get that back, like, now.
Well, I mean, the engravings all half finished. I mean, if you're willing to accept it in that condition.
If you can finish it later, yes. But I'm gonna need the weapon back now. I'll still pay for it. I still paid for it, right?
I think you did pay for it last time, I want to say.
'Cause I don't have money, so I assume I did.
Yeah, in that case, you probably did, because I think that was the only thing you paid for.
Yeah.
Because you didn't buy any weapons.
I'm willing, if all this blows over, I'll pay for the rest of it to finish, but I am going to need that.
All right, if you say so. So he heads into the back room, and he comes out a moment later with the Jack Carmine's M1911. He hands it back to you. It's still in pretty good condition. You see the engraving. It actually kind of closes off neatly at Jack C. So it's not too bad. It's not awful looking, but
yeah, it's not like looks, Jack.
Yeah. So yeah, you have that back now.
That's good enough. That's good enough. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, well. All right, bye.
Do you know anywhere where I can get some a backpack?
I mean, the supermarket, probably.
All right, guys, let's just go.
All right, so you guys head out.
I tell him, I'm telling you, lock these doors now.
Oh, yeah, way ahead of you. And you see him as you guys are leaving and loading up back onto the Hummer. You see him kind of. Well, first he goes out and he just kind of dismantles the bell over the door, and he locks up the doors and heads back into the shop. So, where are you headed next?
Liz, can I interject here quick?
Yeah, what do you need?
Listen, I understand you guys want the backpacks and the guns and all that stuff. I just need to tell you guys, when I said before that I was prepared for this, I meant it. I have a cabin in the woods with a year's supply of food. There's guns. It's fortified. It's well protected. I've been preparing for this for literally about 10 years.
We can definitely check that out.
We'll definitely go there, but the last cabin was a bad situation.
My question is, why are we dilly-dallying in the city when we can get out of here and be away from all this in a matter of about an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Because
this is my city. I can't just leave my city. I'm a police officer. I'm a detective here, and these are my people. I have to check on my people.
I'm with you, dude. I
agree with you up until about the part where the dead are walking around. That's kind of when I think it's time to cut your losses and head out.
But if I can warn people about the dead walking around to get out, the best.
It's fair.
But we're leaving town now.
Yeah.
We're going to get out of here.
Yeah, I'll just tell him, like, remember the guy that I told you who turned into the big scary monster thing? I pulled up the gun. This was his gun. We served together, and I need to tell his wife what happened to him. And I need to get her out of the city. After that, we need to bunker down. But I need to get her out of here.
My wife and kid is in the cabin right now, and I don't know if they made it. So that's my main concern right now.
All right.
Where's the cabin located at?
It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours outside the city in the mountains.
Yeah, it's in the Arklay Mountains.
So back where we just were.
Oh,
damn.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. I know? Okay, hold on.
Oh no.
That changes things.
We're gonna head to the address that Emil gave me earlier, by the way.
Okay, so you start.
I didn't see his name anywhere in any documents that I looked at before, did I?
In
the hold on, I'm looking through the documents.
So you guys start heading towards the address that Emil gave you. You guys eventually arrive in the suburbs. As you kind of enter into the suburbs, at this point you're driving a little slowly, and you kind of notice a small red car crashed into a pickup truck in the middle of the street. And you just sort of drive around it. It looks like some stuff has managed to creep into the suburbs, but you eventually get to the end of the cul-de-sac where the residence of the Carmine household is.
All right. I'm still looking through these stuff. All right. I'm gonna walk up to her door.
Okay. Do you knock?
Yeah.
All right. So you give it a knock. A few moments later, you see a figure come up to the frosted glass doors, or glass on the doors in the front, and you see the door open to who you recognize to be Maria. She's small, and the last time you saw her, she was a little worse for wear and a little depressed, but now she looks kind of more so than usual worse for wear, a little physically ill. You see dark veins creeping up her neck as well.
That's not good.
Emil.
I have bad news.
What is it?
We found Jack.
You found him? What happened? What is he? Is he all right?
He's dead.
Oh, and you see her head just kind of lower to the point where you can't really see her eyes anymore, and then eventually she just sort of crashes into you and lets out a sob that seems to have been building for a long time, and
yeah,
eventually, yeah, she just kind of hugs into you, and you just sort of let it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, she cries there for like a good minute before kind of backing up and going, "Thank you. It's not what I wanted to hear, but it's better than not knowing."
I'm afraid it gets worse.
How can it get much worse than that?
Because when we found him, we discovered that he had been abducted for experiments had been done on Jack before he died, and unfortunately, it resulted in him turning into some sort of freakish monster of some kind. And that's why I'm here now. I could have told you over the phone. I could have called you to tell you that he was dead. But this is why I'm here now. It's because whoever did that to him also poisoned the water supply. I'm sure you must be feeling really sick. That's what this influenza thing that's going around is. It's somebody poisoned the water supply with whatever they did to Jack, and it's making people mad. And we need to get you out of the city.
Is that what's been going on the news? I mean, everybody's talking about how crazy it's been lately.
It's worse than you think it is. We need to get you out of the city. You need to pack up your bags. Don't drink any more of the tap water. Get any bottled water that you can. And you need to head out of the city. Head to your parents, head to your friends, anywhere. But the city is going to go into quarantine soon. And
how do you know? I mean, it's
a standard procedure for viral outbreaks such as this. You need to get out before that happens.
Oh, okay. I'll certainly try. I mean, do you think this is gonna blow over? I mean, how much should I pack?
Pack everything.
All right. She just kind of gives the dead stare. Are you walking away at this point, or
no? Before I do, I'm gonna pull out the 1911 because it's good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
I was gonna later, but that's good. It's got Jack C. All right, this was Jack's weapon. He kept. We all had one of these to remind us of our time we served together, and I think this belongs to you now to remind you that even though he may not be here anymore, all these names that are on this weapon are people you can trust.
And she kind of takes it and looks it over in her hands, and she goes, "Oh my. I guess if I had any doubts, that's gone now. This is definitely his. He didn't much go anywhere without this. He never, I don't think he ever shot it to my memory, but he always carried it. It's a little different." And she's kind of looking at the inscription.
I had it taken down to Kendo's to have his name added to it, but unfortunately, with everything going on now, it wasn't able to be finished. It's good enough for now. We can finish it afterwards, but we need to get out of this. We need you to get out of the city.
Oh well, I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you for bringing this back. Guess this might be all I have left of them now. Thank you, Emil. Thank you.
I'm gonna awkwardly going in for just a hug and a pat.
Yeah. You just kind of pat her, and she kind of gives you an embrace, and then heads back into her house to begin packing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I see you again someday. I won't forget what you've done for me. Yes, of course. And then she disappears back into her house, closing the front door.
I'm going to head back to the Humvee, the vehicle.
Yeah, head back to Chauncey's big armored vehicle. And everyone's just kind of sitting in there, and Brandon kind of pipes up. He's just like, "So who in here? I mean, I only know Archaea. I don't know if I've gotten everybody's names."
He would he know Chauncey?
He knows me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know Chauncey, but like, I mean, who are all you other people?
I'm Doug.
I'm done.
I'm Doug.
We still don't know what that means yet, but
I'm the new guy.
Okay.
They picked me up on the street during the riots over near the stadium.
yeah, we're in, he's got a place we can bunker down for now.
Okay. I mean, this is
I
all a
don't-
little bit weird.
I don't mean to sound weird, but I've been preparing for this type of thing for a while now. So
Yeah, we heard.
I just want to say it's only a crazy conspiracy theory until it actually happens. So
Unfortunately,
eggs on
he's right
everyone
about
else's
that.
face, I guess.
We need to pick up one more.
All right. So does Chauncey start heading for the Oswald household?
Has anything changed in our situation at the moment?
How do you mean?
Like, is Brandon getting like worse by the minute? Is like Doug
he does not.
creepier?
You want to make insight checks?
Well, like, is Archaea burning my seats? Like, this is shit I need to know.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking. Everything is as it was. As it was. Nothing seems to have changed.
Actually, before we do get going, everybody was talking, so I didn't really get this in, but Archaea probably would have made an insight check the minute he said something about the Arclay Mountains again.
Okay, make an insight check.
Uh,
You're just trying to determine if there's
Luckily.
anything suspicious about that.
yeah, pretty much.
You're lucky, Sayers. There's no Doug in any of the documents I have.
I'm not really sure what these documents are. Doug isn't anyway, but I'm glad
Hey, so that's in the mountains. Got it.
Yeah, it's in the Arclay Mountains. You've heard of people going up camping and building cabins in the Arclay Mountains.
Can I also say, like, while Emil was conversating with Jack's wife, that I was in the back just like shuffling things around in the trunk, making sure everything's in a decent order, and also loading up all my guns?
Oh yeah, easy enough.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll say you get all that done while that conversation was happening. Right.
Also, I wanted to reference that I do have my shotgun, my Beretta, my combat knife, and my AR-15 currently on me, with the paracord and the ammo for all.
How can you carry all that? What does your inventory space look like? I think you only have 8 blocks.
No, the shotgun's still in the trunk. I'm sorry, the shotgun's still in the truck.
'Cause I don't know if you have room for 2 bulky weapons. Yeah.
I have
Borderlands.
8. I have 8 total spots. So
Yeah. I think you're gonna have to cut some corners there.
The AR, I put the shotgun in my inventory, but I didn't check the boxes, and I wrote underneath it with the amount of ammunition in truck. But so I was trying to rattle that off, but I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
The shotgun is in the truck.
Remember, all the ammunition takes up a separate block of storage space as well.
Correct.
So,
correct.
yeah.
I have a 9mm spot, a 12 gauge spot, and a 5.56.
And he gave me the Glock, right?
Yeah, you got your Glock back.
Okay. I imagine it's full.
Yep. Yeah. I'll say you could load it. Do you know how much ammo it had last time?
Well, because he would have given it to me, and I haven't come across any ammunition.
Yeah.
So, no,
So
that's
whatever
not good.
ammo
So it
you
was-
had on it last is
I don't remember.
okay.
I think he used all of it, actually. I think it's empty.
I did.
Yeah.
I did use it
So
all.
we'll say you would have to reload that with some ammo.
How many spots does it take, or how much ammo does it take?
I'm looking it up right now. I just need 10.
Yeah, take it.
I'll reload.
All right. So mark off 10 9mm rounds, Chauncey. You get to reload your Glock, Emil.
All right.
Wait, Doug, I do have the rifle now, right? Still?
Yes, I gave it back.
Yeah. So you have that on your person now. All right. Yeah.
I'll trust him enough. I trusted him enough to go to his hideout.
My. Oh, okay. Never mind. It does say how much ammo I can put.
The hideout's safe. It's like you guys ever watch season 6 of Dexter? That guy that traps people in his basement and chases them around dressed like a Viking.
Unfortunately, no, but that sounds amazing.
Totally not that.
Definitely not that.
Definitely not that.
All right. So, what's everyone doing?
In the car.
All right. Everyone's loaded back up on the car.
Yep.
Archaea doing anything?
Not really.
Okay.
Burning the upholstery.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
All right, so now we're headed to our Katara.
Yeah. I will say
Doug?
you would know, Archaea, that the Adams household, where Lena lives, is right next door to Maria.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if she could, like, while Emil was talking to Maria, if she could go over there.
Okay. Do you knock on the door?
Yep, totally
Alright.
knock on the door.
Knock on the front door. No response.
Oh no. She tries the door handle.
The door seems to be locked.
Window?
Windows are all boarded up.
Of course.
Can
Match. Shh. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I use my investigation skills to figure out how to get through the door?
Okay. Are you getting out of the vehicle and going over to that next door household that she's kind of rattling around at? Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Is that a D20?
Yeah, D20.
Yeah, everything's D20.
Yep. Ability checks.
For all checks.
Saving
all checks.
throws.
Yeah.
Attack rolls. D20s. Nice.
15 plus 1,
Not bad.
15.
Okay, 15. So you kind of take a look at the situation. The door seems to be locked. The window is all shut, but you do notice that there appears to be a way back to a backyard area. There's some fencing that you would have to get over, but
Okay. Doug, then I want to tell her to wait at the door, and I will go over the fence to the backyard.
okay.
She waits.
Because you're just a little girl, right? Like you're.
Oh yeah, she's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have to go back there by yourself. So
Yeah.
I'll go back and go over the fence. So I
Okay.
have to do like
Okay.
an ability check to get over the fence.
I'll say make an athletics check to see how
Okay.
well you can get over this fence. In the meantime, everybody else, I would say you can get over it easy enough.
happening
Is
while
this
I'm
how
talking,
well
right?
you're gonna do this?
Is that
yeah,
a 20?
Yeah. Yeah, same thing, ability check, except with strength,
Yeah.
athletics this time.
Is this mobility or
No, it should be
Strength.
under strength.
strength? Okay, gotcha.
Strength athletics.
Quick question.
I kind of like
Sir.
glide over it, I guess. Right?
Is that with
kinda
any
like-
bonuses?
No. Do I fall on my butt?
you kind of flop over it, and yeah, just kind of land prone. You have to pick yourself up and dust yourself off a little bit. It wasn't too bad.
What kind
You
of
managed to catch
fence
yourself,
was this?
but
Okay.
it's just kind of a tall wooden fence.
Oh, okay.
You guys in the back, or you guys, I guess this would be happening while
I was
Emil
talking.
was talking.
Yeah.
So Chauncey probably doesn't notice much as he's in the back rifling stuff around.
Mhm.
So, okay, so yeah, you're in the backyard now. It looks to be a kind of green, grassy backyard.
Do I have to ready my weapon as like a move?
No, well, if we're not in combat,
Not
yeah,
out
if we're
of
not in combat, then you could pretty much, do that
Okay.
whenever you want. So,
So I kind of like shoulder my weapon, like
okay. Which one? The rifle?
the rifle, tactically
Okay.
to
What do you mean,
Yeah.
which one?
taking it slow, walking around.
All right. So yeah, you kind of walk around, kind of clearing your corners in the backyard, and you. Let's see. So you notice there's okay. So it's a kind of sizable grass area. There's a small garden patch to one side that appears to have a few herbs growing. You do notice there's sliding glass doors that lead into the kitchen.
Okay. Can I investigate the herbs to see if there's anything useful?
Yeah, you would know actually as a local and
Okay.
a survivalist that these are the famous green herbs that are local to the Raccoon City region that have healing properties.
Okay. Can I take some? Do I have to do a check for that? Like
no. Just to take them. Yeah, you could take that. So that you could add up to 3 green herbs to your inventory because there's 3 of them growing here.
Now, can I store them in the Hummer if it takes up a lot of my spots once I'm back?
You can give them to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say you can only carry as much as in your inventory if you want to like.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the space for it, then you could start like making return trips and just going back, unlatching the fence, the gate that you came over.
I was gonna say, can we like over encumber ourselves?
No, I would say your space is your space.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say you allow some over encumbering, but if it's in the moment,
only if
stuff,
if we're out of
usually whenever you do
combat.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Or in combat, like you're carrying it in your hands. But yeah.
Okay.
So
I have 3
what all?
spots, so I'm gonna take 3 of them and then
Okay, you're
drop
taking
them
all.
if I find anything more interesting in the house.
Okay, so you got 3 green herbs on you. So mark that. So do you start heading in through the glass, sliding glass doors? So you slide the glass doors open, and you enter into what looks to be a kitchen area.
I just want to make a note quick. At that, I shoulder my my rifle and pull out my Glock.
Okay. So yeah, you pull your Glock
Which
out.
I've had the whole time, guys. Way to check with the police officer.
I was in the heat of the moment as a police officer.
All the excuses came through at once. Wow. So
I would have checked, but the scanner was throwing me off.
All right.
I could be in my cabin in the woods right now if I would have just pulled it on you guys.
No, you wouldn't have.
No, you'd have died.
That would be a short guest appearance. All right, so I ready the Glock. I'm doing the moving tactically.
So you enter into the house, the residence. It's a little 1-story residence from the back sliding door, and it is open, so it just slides open. You enter into the kitchen. It's got tile floors and all that. And you notice this place seems so strangely empty. You notice the TV. There's just a tube TV running in the living room in front of an empty green sofa. The news is just sort of running on the screen.
It's 1998. We just called them TVs.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so there's kind of food scattered across the countertop. There are just all sorts of dolls and action figures, remote-controlled trucks to the like, lying scattered about the floor. And you hear something strange. You hear from a hall coming from your right, but sounds like a bunch of banging against the door.
Okay. So it's behind a door down the hallway.
No, it's just in a hallway to your right.
Okay. So is there working lights?
Yeah, I would say you could easily find switches on the wall. Yeah, the hallway that it's coming from is a little bit darkened.
Okay. So I want to turn the lights on to see if I can see anything down the hallway.
Jacob.
Okay, yeah, he's digging again. Jacob, go to Lauren. So you flick the light switch on, and the hallway that you're staring down all of a sudden lights up, and you see what look to be 4 children just like wailing against the door at the end of the hall.
Okay. Oh, that's quite the shit. Okay, I yell out to them, just like something kind of like high. I don't know, not high kids, not that obvious. Like I make myself known.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of announce yourself, and
it's kind of like a grunt, just like a.
All right, and you see one of them seems to look in your direction. Not all of them. Some of them are just focused on just wailing against this door with their hands. And one of them seems to look over in your direction, and just starts shambling forward. You see at this point that this kid, he looks really worse for wear, completely pale, veins going all over his head. He doesn't look decayed, but he looks just not right, not well at all. And it starts shambling towards you. It's about
how far are they from me?
They're about 15 feet down the hall.
Okay, so does that mean if I move, they can close in one?
I mean, if you're moving, you could definitely move faster than they can.
Okay.
So
then I want to go back out the back door.
Okay, you go out back through the back door.
Yeah. Actually, no. Can we change it? Can I go through the front door so I don't have to climb over the fence again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would be able to unlatch it from the back, but yeah, you go out the front door since you did remember you left a girl waiting there at the front. And so yeah, you go up, you unlock the front door, and you go out to the little girl Arkea, who is still waiting out there.
And I say to her, you need to go back to the car right now, and you need to bring Chauncey over here.
She just screams at the top of her lungs, Chauncey!
No.
Chauncey, you hear the little girl screaming all the way from the front door. At this point, you've about finished packing all your stuff. And at this point,
I'm
Emil...
in the middle of like a very emotional conversation.
I would say for the time that it took for all that to happen, at this point, you're wrapping up your conversation as well.
Okay. All right. So I've given her the gun, and I'm like, I started to walk off.
Yeah, starting to walk off. As you say your last goodbyes to Maria, you hear the little girl yelling from the front porch of the house next door.
Is Chauncey coming?
I was just waiting for my cue here.
Well, I mean, what are you doing?
I thought Emil was going to be acting first.
Oh well, I mean, as I'm coming back, I'm not gonna. Instead of going back to the car, I'm gonna go see what the girl wants. what Emil's or what Arkea is yelling at. Emil's gonna go check out.
Okay. So when Emil comes over, Doug says to her, he's like, "You need to go take her to the car right now. I do not want her to see what's in there."
All right, let's go.
All right. So do you start?
And then
she's gonna resist Emil.
Yeah.
All right. Grapple checks again.
No, I don't know if he's gonna like half-heartedly kind of take. He's like, if she doesn't want to come, he's not gonna force her to come.
Okay.
So
yeah, you just shake off his grip.
Come with me. Yeah. So he's gonna say come with me, and if she doesn't, he's just gonna turn around and say, "All right."
All right.
Okay. Can I do a strength check to literally pick her up and take her to the
I would say you can make a grapple check to try this. So this means you make an athletics check. Arkea, this big strange man that you've just met is going to try and pick you up. So you make either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Can I make an attack check?
As he's gonna do that, I'm gonna say, "I'm do that if I were."
Can I make an attack check?
Not while you're being well. First, you have to resolve the grapple.
Okay.
And then that'll decide.
So what am I doing?
Same thing as usual, athletics or acrobatics. Your choice. So yeah,
I'm
D20.
Proficient in acrobatics.
Yeah, D20 roll. Add your athletics for you, Doug.
Are you serious?
So you attempt to drag this girl along, but she just ducks under your grip and starts moving away. Where are you going? Okay.
Doug just says, "You know
what?
Oh,
now she's gonna make an attack check.
Doug just says,
"You're gonna attack Doug."
Yeah.
All right, roll an attack.
You tried to pick me up, dang it.
How are you gonna attack?
She's just gonna try to hit him.
Just punch? Just unarmed strike?
Punch him. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an unarmed strike.
Can I interrupt real quick before that, though? Can I roll my situational awareness I've been wanting to do since she screamed?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll.
And then
perception with advantage. All right. So you swing as you're running away, just at the air.
Yeah, she's a feisty one.
Yeah. So is that your 13 on the perception? What's the perception?
Yep. My perception's +2.
Yeah, so it's 13. What's the final?
You said I got to roll with advantage. That's
that's what situational awareness is. Yeah. So you notice that some sort of situation is going down at that house. That's
you're aware of it.
You're aware of it. Yeah. You can't really discern too many details from where you're at with those rolls.
So, like, I would have, because this would have happened when she screamed. So I would have noticed that a situation is arising.
Yeah, well, you notice. From now on, you see what just transpired with the man Doug trying to take her, and her just squirreling out of it and swinging her fists about wildly.
So now I'm going to kind of split them apart. You go, what's going on here, guys? Calm down. What's going on?
At this point, a little zombie comes running out the front door and is going to attack
That is
Chauncey.
closed, right?
No, it was open. It was open.
Of course. Of course.
Nobody
I'm the one
specified
who
that they
gets
closed it. So
gotta
first of all,
Dropkick this bitch.
first of all, we're gonna take a short break at this point.
Okay.
Because I need to refill on water and all that. But when we get back, everyone's
too.
rolling for initiative.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
I need to refill on bottled water.
Yeah.
Initiative governs who goes first in the attack.
Basically,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
It's just basically a mobility check.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Lauren will never. Lauren will never again drink tap water.
So thank you all very much for watching.
Everybody but Makai is gonna roll initiative.
And thank you, Many-Sided Dice, for the cheer. I like seeing that cheer at the top there. I don't know what it is. That's amazing. So yeah, we'll be back with this combat encounter right after a very short, brief break. Do not go anywhere. You're not gonna want to miss the rest of this session. And sorry, Melkaya, you're in another house.
We're trying to get there. Hopefully you'll answer the door.
All right.
I gotta remember those damn doors. That was
I feel like the episode is just gonna end when they get there, and that's it. And then we're just like, okay.
2
right.
reps running.
All right.
Shouldn't have read so much.
Be right back. We're gonna go ahead and pick right back into things. So last we left off, we were rolling initiative. Let's get that going, shall we?
All right, here we go.
Everyone, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god!
What's the modifier on initiative?
It's just your mobility modifier.
Okay, so 12.
Okay.
Well, it should have a up above right beside your passive perception should say initiative, and that's the number you would add to it.
Yeah. So I'm at 12.
Okay.
Holy shit! Are you serious? You're a plus 12?
No. He rolled 10 plus 2 is 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll start putting it
I'm
in.
sorry.
I'm gonna start putting.
I was just like lost. I was like, wow.
What do I do?
You
What do I do after? Like
Just add
plus my
plus,
initiative?
just plus then the number. So
Gotcha.
/R
Yep.
D number and then plus anything. Or
Wow.
minus or arithmetic.
Also, you don't have to type it in. There's a little tab on the left, and there's like a little loop, the 20-sided dice. You can click that and then choose your dice rolls.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I personally prefer typing it in because I've gotten fast at that. But yeah, if you're still learning the rules, then yeah, that could be helpful.
Yeah. And there's
I'm a
also it
slower
keeps track
typer,
of all
too.
your track of all your last roll dice, so that also helps too.
Oh, it does.
So, who's what? Sound off here.
Emil 8.
All right.
I'm gonna go with I'm a 5.
What do you mean you're gonna go with?
Well, like I was going to let it go down in a row, so I'm just gonna go with my 5. My
okay.
5.
Should we go in order of camp?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah. All right, Arkea, what are you?
2.
Now I'm a 5.
She nat one. Oh my gosh, I just
Yeah,
realized.
she nat one. Doug.
12.
All right.
Well.
Arrivederci. All right, so
Arrivederci.
alrighty.
Here we go.
So, the top of the round is going to be Doug. You're up first. So, you see this zombie come barreling out the door, going after this little kid zombie barreling out the door, going after Chauncey.
Yep. Zombie's a zombie, so I'm gonna shoot her, right?
All right. So, what are you shooting with?
I'm gonna shoot her with. I have my Glock out right now. Do I have to take a move to? which weapon?
Yeah. To holster is
Yeah.
a free action that you could only do once per turn. So
Gotcha.
you would have to, if you wanted to switch weapons, you would have to holster on one turn and then draw on the next. Or you could make it faster by using your action, but you only have one action per turn. And if you want to attack, then that's your action.
I'll keep the Glock out,
All right. So roll for attack with the Glock.
and that's a 20.
Yeah, roll d20. Add your mobility modifier because it's a ranged attack, and then add your proficiency bonus because it's a weapon with which you have proficiency.
20. Okay, so plus 2, and then what? Plus again.
Yeah. Add it all together. So
So my proficiency bonus is what?
should be
At
2.
the top, it's 2.
Okay, that's. Oh, gotcha. So I do /R 1d20 +2/+2.
Basically, or +4 if you want to put it all in just one thing.
Yeah.
All right. So you fire your Glock, and that actually manages to hit, just barely.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And is that my hit dice?
No. It's should be on the weapon stats card.
Yeah. Hit dice are for your hit points.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's hit dice are your natural, what you use to naturally recover during rest. Your the damage that a weapon deals should be on its stat card somewhere.
And that's on my
It's in the journal tab.
damage 1d6 piercing.
Yeah.
Add your mobility.
And add your mobility modifier to the damage. So the ability score that you add to an attack roll is always the ability score that you add to the damage roll.
So
All right, 7 points of damage. So you fire the Glock off, and it hits this little zombie child square in the shoulder. She reels back, but is still going after Chauncey.
okay.
All right. So, is that your turn? Sorry, we don't have a map for this, so it's just going to be theater of mind for this area. So you doing anything else, though?
Right?
I mean, you still have a bonus action. You still have movement if you want to use any of it.
Okay. Can my bonus action be another shot?
No, you cannot attack as a bonus action. So your abilities will specifically tell you what you can and can't do as a bonus action.
Can I? Is it Archaea? Is that how you say it?
Archaea, yeah.
Archaea. Is she safe? Can I get in her way, like to block her?
Yeah, I'll say
I don't want to.
I'll say yes. I'll say you can try. Yeah, you can move to between her and the zombie.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move between her and the zombie to kind of shield her.
Okay.
Because I'm a gentleman. I'm a southern gentleman.
Is that Doug's turn?
Yes.
All right. Next up, the zombie is gonna go for its original target. It's gonna go after Chauncey. It's gonna close the gap and go ahead and attempt to assail you. Does that hit?
Me?
So it goes after Chauncey, and it kind of leaps out the door, and you just sort of sidestep it, seeing it coming from all this time, and the gunshot and everything delaying its movement. But with all this commotion that's going on, the other zombies are gonna start taking notice and start making their way shambling down the halls. So they make it about to the end of that hall by the end of their turn. So, with their ridiculously slow movement speed. Emil, you're up.
I'm closing the door.
Chauncey, you're on deck. All right, so you're gonna walk up and attempt to close
it.
All right.
I close the door. And I still have my Glock out, and I tell everybody. What do I tell everybody? How do I put this? All right, listen. Take care of this kid. We're not going back in there. We need to get out of here. I think the whole neighborhood just saw us shoot a kid.
Oh yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Does anybody respond?
Regardless of what we know,
can we push the kid back in there too?
Yeah, the kid made it out.
I'm like, hold it. It's like,
but like it's a kid. Can't we just heave ho? Like toss that bitch back in the door?
I'm willing.
All right.
Can I hold my action to like when he throws the kid to open the door and close it?
Okay, yeah, I'll say you can hold your action to do that. All right. Yeah, so you take the ready action.
Regardless of what we know, nobody else knows about this.
The other out of character would Doug even have known that it was a zombie? Just fired at this kid. Like we don't really know it's a zombie. Like it just looks sick.
Yeah,
you just shot a kid with a cough, man. Like
Told me that.
Yeah, I did tell him. I did tell him
things walking around and what they look like.
Yeah, I did tell him. I let him know.
Okay, because you just shot this kid.
I'm like, all right. I mean, he was quick to pick up on it, but as long as he ain't shooting at us,
a little too quick.
Yeah, I told him, he was like, all right, pop. I'm like, oh, okay.
We're not seasoned veterans at this, but like we've killed dead people? Like, you just straight up shot a kid your first go. You didn't even hesitate.
All right, so
he has been preparing for this. He's not going to let some kid get in the way.
I want my cabin in the woods.
Pretty much.
All right. Is that Emil's turn?
Yeah.
Chauncey, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess that would be grapple toss. Is that? What
Yeah, you
throw?
can try. You can try. I would say what you can do using your movement is you can you can use your action to attempt a grapple check, and you can use your movement to walk them in the door and then drop them off and then walk back out if you'd like.
Okay, so I could do it that way. I was thinking just, if it was in 2 moves, just pick them up, run inside, have someone shut the door, or leave the door open. My next turn, I could drop.
No. You could
run out
because Emil's his action is ready to open this door for you. You could do that all in this turn.
So
because I've got this ready for you.
Are you adrenaline rushing or?
I mean, do I need to?
I mean, you're about to do a grapple check. I will have you know that. I'm not going to tell you how your features work, but.
I'm gonna look at my features real quick. I can attack twice in Adrenaline Rush. It doesn't really.
You also get advantage on certain checks.
Yeah.
What does it say about my advantages?
I should say right below that you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws while you're adrenaline rushing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, in the second little dot. Yeah. Nah.
I don't think they're very strong.
Nah, I'm a chuck this bitch. Now is that athletics?
It's both a kid and.
Yeah, you are making an athletics check.
And I mean, like, it is a weapon. I'm proficient in all weapons in my hands, right? No.
Well, this is
a
an
melee weapon,
check.
right?
This is an athletics check, so
yeah,
no.
This isn't really an attack. All right.
Yeah, it's technically considered an attack, but
I think that works.
Yeah. All right. So you grapple this child, and it's just going at your mug and kind of trying to go at your hands a little bit. You kind of have it by the side, and then it's just you just have it or have its arms pinned to its side, and it's just trying to bite you with its face.
So can I with that roll? Would I be able to, like, instead of like grabbing it like a bear hug, could I just like grab it under the arms and just like heave ho?
Yeah. So you grab it under the arms. Emil opens the door wide open. You shove it in there and drop it, and it kind of falls in. And just as it's trying to come back in, Emil just slams the door on it, and you hear some banging against the front door.
What the fuck was that, guys?
So are we out of initiative now?
For the time being, yeah.
Okay.
You guys seem to be out of initiative.
Do you know who lived here?
Yes.
Then I'm sorry, but they're dead.
Well, no crap.
So we need to go.
I think they were dead before we shot them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I just want to make note for continuity that I did not shoot a perfectly healthy young girl.
And no,
we
know.
She turns away from Emil and looks at Doug and says, "Was there an older lady in there? Not old, but like older than them."
When I came through the back door, I turned the light on down the hallway, and there was 4 of them down the hallway. I didn't see anything. They were scratching at a door, though.
Scratching it?
I don't know what was behind that door. Doug has an idea.
Okay.
Oh no! Doug has a cunning plan.
Well, I'm thinking. Can I talk to the group before like an action is done?
No, yeah. You guys are out of initiative.
We're out of initiative.
So yeah, you guys are moving at conversation pace now.
Yeah.
So what if I go back into the backyard and try to look through the window of the door they were scratching on?
Yeah, I think that could work. We need if somebody's still alive, we can get them out.
See if there's someone in there.
Wait. Why don't you just let me do the detective work here?
Oh no.
I have high investigation myself, but
I'm the police officer. I'll do all the breaking and enterings here.
all right.
Let's just keep it legal.
Are you going to do that? Because I want to go with you as backup, just in case.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna like hold the fort up front, make sure nothing happens. Out here.
Actually, while this is happening,
I'm really sorry. I have to step away for 1 second. I really apologize.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Arkea's gonna run back to the vehicle.
Okay. So you go back to the Hummer, looking for anything in particular?
Brandon's condition?
Brandon?
All right, you check in on Brandon. Oh, yeah. So he's staring out. He saw this whole thing transpire from the window. He's just like, what's going on? Did he just shoot her?
Listen. She puts her hand on his shoulder and says, listen, Brandon, something is really wrong in that house.
That's Lena's house. What do you...
Listen. Listen. Just listen to me for once. Okay? There's something wrong in that house. They're not alive anymore.
It's that stuff you were talking about. You're saying that happened to them?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Lena wasn't seen. We don't know where she is.
Alright, well, I guess we better find her. I mean, geesh, how many people are we gonna lose in a day?
Brandon, me and you are gonna sit in this vehicle, and we are gonna let the adults take care of it.
Well, I guess I don't mind that for once.
That's the first sensible thing Arkea's ever said.
She's gonna pull out her notebook, and she's going to show Brandon the front page.
All right, and what is on it?
Raph, you know what that is.
Is that what you sent to me?
Yeah.
All right. Or was it what you sent to me earlier this week?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So sorry, my dog got a twisty tie, and I had to get it out of it.
Duh.
Out of his mouth. So he
all right.
It
So you did.
Yeah.
You didn't miss too much. So Arkea just went over and she's talking to Brandon. So what is the situation with the adults here?
I'm holding the fort up front by the front door just to make sure that if any adults from one of the houses are just like, what's going on? Because there was a gunshot in a suburban neighborhood. With my really high charisma, will be there to deal with it.
Actually, as you guys are sitting out there contemplating what to do, none of the neighbors, you don't see anybody seem to come out of their homes, except for Maria next door, who kind of starts pulling out with her car from the garage, and she kind of steps out a bit, and she's just like, what's going on? Was that a gunshot?
Don't worry about it. Get out of here. Fast.
Okay. She just tears away on her minivan.
I feel so good. He's gone.
Yeah.
A mule breathes heavy.
All right.
So game
excited.
plan for me and Doug though at the moment.
Yeah.
Are we going around back?
I don't know. What are you guys doing? That's up to you.
I would like to go around back and look through the window at least, see if we see anything.
You didn't unlatch the side door, so you have to climb over again.
Okay.
So, who's gonna climb over?
Hold on. I got this.
Okay.
Is this athletics?
Yeah.
So you get over. You palm him aside with your "I got this" sentiments, and you just sort of flop over as well. You land on your feet. You don't fall, but it's not pretty. But you didn't fall. So you could unlatch it from there if you want.
High. I unlatch it for you.
Okay.
Let's go. Can I pull out my AR with my flashlight?
All right.
It's
So
dark
your
out, right?
Flashlight. No, it's about mid-afternoon.
Okay, then never mind. I'm not gonna turn on the flashlight. I'm still gonna have the AR out, but no flash. Or actually, no, my bread is out.
Need it for, I was gonna say you might need it for the window.
My bread is out.
All right, bread is out. All right, so you do notice. I'm assuming Doug kind of describes the inner layout, and you kind of deduce that one of the windows to the side of the building that you're on would be approximately where that room that they were banging at is, but the shutters are drawn on the inside. Make a perception check, both of you.
I was gonna say, quick question though. Did he shut the sliding glass door?
Did you, Doug? I don't believe you specified that you did.
I'm gonna do that first.
First of all, both of you make stealth checks before we get there.
Okay, is that a D20?
Yep. Should be a mobility skill. I think do you have proficiency in stealth?
No, I don't. I did originally. I changed it when we were talking.
Okay. Yeah, because if you have the low bubbles. I do. So that should be higher then, because if you have proficiency, then you add the ability modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Gotcha. So it's 16.
So 18 then total for you.
18. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, you both sneak around quiet as cats as soon as you realize that the door is still open, and you manage to get to the sliding glass door and close it without a hitch. You do notice as you look in through them that the zombies are all just sort of crowded around the front door now and banging against it.
Okay.
Do I hear that right?
Yeah, you would hear it. Oh, that's been going. I mentioned that when as soon as you closed the door, you heard some banging. Now all of them are there banging.
Yeah, like it was just. Now it's like.
Yeah,
essentially. With
bunch of
four
little
sets
fists.
of little fists.
Yeah.
It went from 2 sets of little, or 1 set of little fists to 4 sets of little.
Okay, so we shut the sliding glass door.
All right.
So we're in the back room with them in the backyard.
Yeah, you guys are now in the backyard.
I'm gonna tactically scale the wall and tap on the glass.
Oh, you're going back to the window at this point?
Tap, yeah. Tap.
Okay, so this is back at the window.
What was her name? Do I know the name of the lady? Did she say it to us?
I think she did. No,
I don't know.
She said
I think Chauncey would know if he was
I'm trying to
with
think.
Mike.
Well, no, because Mike was close with Steph, was close with Elena, so I don't know if that many degrees removed Chauncey would know.
I would have known Steph though, but
you would have known Steph.
Yeah.
You know that she had a partner,
They were
but I don't know if you know her by name. But so you're tapping at the window that was approximately where that door was.
It's like,
Right.
You probably know her by relation.
Yeah.
Police!
You hear, oh, thank goodness. Oh. She goes over and you see the blinds draw open and you see this older, rather middle-aged African-American lady at the window. She's like, please help, sir.
Can you climb through the window?
I could try. She just lifts the window up. And there's kind of a whatchamacallit? Screen. Yeah, there's a little screen, and she just kicks that out. And she's gonna try and crawl through. She's sort of squeezing through. She's struggling a little bit, and it's a good bit off the ground level where you guys are at. It's still first floor, so it's not incredibly high, but it's just a little bit from the flooring and all. So she's kind of squeezing through. She's like, "Can you give me a hand here?"
Yeah, give her a hand.
All right, so yeah, you kind of help her down, and she kind of falls out. Oh, thank you. I don't know what happened. My kids, they just, all 4 of them, they started attacking me. You can see she kind of has a little bit of blood running down her arm at this point. She's just kind of in a tank top and not doesn't seem, basically home clothes. So she's just freaking out in front of you.
What's with all the kids?
I don't know. They just started acting up today. I don't know what it is. Please, we gotta save them somehow. We need to take them to a doctor or something. Come on, you gotta help me, sir.
Best I can do is call it in.
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
But I really can't do anything for them. I think they're way past gone. One rushed me and I tossed him into your house.
You mean he tried to attack you too?
Yes.
I mean, this isn't them. They're not normally like this. You see, I don't know what happened. They don't look well.
We've seen things like this before. It's not well at all. It's bad news bears. The one, I'm not gonna lie to you, you obviously heard the gunshot.
Yes, I heard that. Well, did you shoot my child?
I did not shoot your child.
I shot what was at one time your child.
I don't know what to make of all this. My kids are trying to kill me. You guys are trying to kill my kids. It's...
Does she look sickly also? Did you specify that? Does she look ill?
She's sweating bullets. She looks a little ill. She doesn't appear to be in really bad. I mean, you can make a medical check if you want.
Oh no, I'm not good at that. I can leave you to my resident doctor.
I have medical proficiency. Can I roll?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll a medical check.
I don't like you anymore. Something in my eye.
Plus 1 plus 2. 20.
Okay, 20.
Nice.
So yeah, she doesn't look like she's in a good way. She's sweating a lot. She's bleeding from the arm, but from what looks to be like kind of scratches and bites on her, what might be a bite on her arm. But you know, she does look a little sickly. She's got some of the same veins crawling up her, but she doesn't appear to be inundated by it. She seems to be still functioning, but not too good.
Would an herb help her?
Do you use an herb, or do you?
Yeah, can I use one of the ones I got from the back?
All right, go ahead and roll the heal. It should be 2d4 plus 2. Those golden dice actually look nice on the screen.
I know.
Right?
Kind of
Yeah.
So yeah, you start basically you preparing these herbs the way you've learned, and you kind of apply it to her wound, and you see the veins on her face start to regress a great deal. She's like, oh, thank you, good sir. That certainly helped. Oh, I feel a lot better now.
So, we haven't established yet, or I don't know yet if you have to. I've never really asked anybody. I know Emil was talking about it earlier though, so I don't know yet if you have to die to turn.
No, yeah, you wouldn't know the details.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've expressed the opinion that I think you have to die to turn.
Okay. But there's not a general consensus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's still
Like
pretty
my-
new to everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
I've done a little bit of
general
research.
question is, like if you would
There's one person in the party who knows, but they're
If
not
we
here
would,
right
like,
now.
take her, would it be a liability for later? Like, is she just going to turn? You know what I mean?
Well, we can't
Wait,
really take her.
Are you asking? Are you talking aloud?
What? Yeah, I guess we don't really know. So
Yeah, you don't
we
know.
have to go under the assumption that everyone's savable.
I don't have enough room in the truck.
Okay. So do we want to like leave her with something, or we can't just leave her here.
Can I hear them from where I'm at?
Yeah, you hear this conversation going down from over the fence.
You okay?
And by the way, Emil, the neighborhood looks clear. Nobody seems to be responding besides Maria. Everybody seems pretty shut in.
Can I?
Yeah, I'm just worried if cops start coming in. If someone calls.
I am the cops, bro.
Yeah, but you're the only one I trust right now.
If you just go down to my truck and listen to the scanner, I'm sure you'd hear somebody calling something in.
Well, that's true. Nah.
But I didn't say that to you, therefore you do not know that.
I do not know.
But I am going to go down to my truck and call it in from my police scanner.
As I see him walking by, I'm gonna ask him if they found her, if she's all right.
She's here with us, right? I'm assuming
No,
you guys are. She's still in the backyard with Doug. You just walked back out, unless you told her them to follow.
Yeah. You guys want to just follow me down to the truck so I can call it in and try to get some units down here?
That works for me.
Yeah, certainly. And as you guys kind of exit the backyard and pass by the front door of the house, she kind of looks over at the door as it's shuddering from the force of the children, and she just sort of yeah. Okay, yeah. So she looks over at you too, and she just sort of shudders. It's just, oh, are they gonna be all right?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, well, you didn't have to put it that bluntly, sir.
Well, that's just how it is. Somebody poisoned the water supply, so whatever it was that's in the water supply got to your kids. Your kids aren't going to be your kids anymore.
Are you serious? The water supply?
Everyone's feeling it. That's what this virus is that's going around. It's a poison that's in the water supply.
Oh my! Has this been on the news or?
They don't know yet.
How do you know?
So I was wondering.
Well, because I'm not going to tell everybody the whole story of the whole.
Yeah. So you go through the same conversation, but
it's just like all right. Listen, what we just went through. We know a little bit more about this than the average person. We've had to deal with this for a while now.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. And at this point, Arkea, if you're by the car,
currently all you have.
You see Lena out there. Yeah, you see. If you look out the window, you'd see Lena conversing with.
The minute she sees them walking, she's gonna be out the car.
Okay.
And like running towards her, hugging her, crying, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. So as soon as you come out, Lena shoots some look of recognition at you, and she's like, "Oh, Arkea!" And she leans over and gives you a hug. Oh, what are you doing here? Where's Mike?
Oh God, here we go. She just kind of like face palms and goes again. Listen. Long story short, Mike's dead.
What do you mean Mike's dead? That ain't funny, Arkea.
Mike died from something similar to what's going on here. This is how we know what's going on.
Oh my word! This is all kinds of wrong.
Trust me. He was thrown at me. I know.
Archaic details.
Right? Just insert archaic details of the fight.
All right, so what's everybody else doing while this is going on?
I'm gonna be just making a call in while that's happening. And
so you try to call it in, but you can't get a hold of much of anybody. Everyone seems to be, the line seems to be really occupied with the riots that are going down by the stadium, and everyone seems pretty inundated with that, including dispatch and everyone. So it's hard for you to get a word in.
Doug just wants to kind of make a general point. Is that okay? To the group?
Yeah. If ever you want to talk, just start talking in character.
I think that we need to stop operating under the assumption that anyone's coming to help us. I don't think that there's police that are coming. The department's not coming. We're on our own.
Can I be pulling him aside during this moment?
Okay.
And so the Elena's not able to hear this, be like, I know, but they don't, and it gives them some kind of hope.
Okay, fair enough. But Doug's general opinion, I believe, of the whole situation is that I don't think false hope is true hope, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you verbalize that?
Yeah. That's fine. I understand that. You don't want the group to lose morale, but I think that it is time that everyone comes to grips with the fact that we are alone out here. There's no one coming. They need to realize that. This is it. This is apocalypse, Armageddon, whatever you want to call it. I think that's what's going on here.
I mean, I can tell her to leave town. I can tell her I'll make the call and say that I got a hold of somebody. They'll come and check on the kids, and I can tell her to just leave town for now and come back when things clear up. But that's the only thing I can do. I can't tell them the truth because they're not going to believe it, and I can't lie to them any worse because, like you said, false hope.
I understand. I think the best thing to do is to tell them to get out of the city. It gives them the fighting chance. Less people around, the more chance you have to survive. But other than that, there's really nothing we can do for them. I don't have room in the cabin for them if that's where we ultimately end up. I only have about enough for 7 or 8 people, and there's hopefully my wife and kids are already there. And we have about a year's worth of food, but that starts going real quick when you start adding in 3, 4, 5 extra people.
You won't have to worry about me. I'll make my own ways when it comes to survival as soon as we get out of this. But I appreciate the offer of staying at the cabin. But I'm gonna try to help as many people as I can on the way. That's just in my nature. It's my job to serve and protect.
You're a cop till the end, aren't you?
I'm a cop till the end.
All right. Well, so the people that are there, I don't know. Just a general group thing. Do we have anything that we can give people to help them?
Just some water.
That's better. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I'll give them a water and tell them where to go.
Can I give one?
Because I'm going to start.
I'm in the middle of like telling. Her name's Elena, right?
Lena. No,
Lena. Okay,
Lena, yeah.
Lena. I'll stick with an A. So I'm in the middle of. I'm more like while they're doing that, I'm already in the middle of telling Lena, it's like, do you have a car? Do you have any sort of transportation? Grab clean water, get out of here.
I mean, what about my kids?
You don't have any kids anymore.
You're killing us, Emil. You're killing us. Can I butt in now? Can I
you're mocking up at this point.
Okay, ma'am. I just got a hold of the police station. They will come up and check in on your children in the next couple hours. Would you be okay with just leaving the area? It's unsafe at this moment. I have some water. You get in your car and just go south, out of town.
I mean, if that's your recommendation, officer. Actually, have you shown her your badge by this point?
Yeah.
Okay, because you are dressed in civvies. Well, I guess you have the Kevlar too. That's true. Yeah, and plus he's wearing the Kevlar, so yeah, she probably gets the idea. It's like, if that's your recommendation, officer. Okay.
She, Arkea tugs on whatever she's wearing. I don't know.
Yeah. You just sort of tug on her arm. Yeah, she just has the tank top on.
Take Brandon with you.
He's over in the...
Brandon's here too?
Brandon's here.
In fact, you take Arkea with you.
Oh, take your kid. Take your kid back.
Like, I know you're a player character, but...
It's what Emil would say.
Yeah, it is.
I know you're a player character, but you're also a child.
Yeah, I know.
You're not, like, if you're going to take Brandon, take Arkea with you as well.
Could I nudge Emil and be like, I don't think Mike would want Arkea with anybody but us.
I don't think Mike would have wanted her here.
Right, but he knows we can protect her.
I mean, it's
I
gonna be
don't
up to
know
her.
if she's going to be able to protect her.
It's going to be up to her, whatever she wants.
Okay.
I just picture this distraught like mother standing there going.
No, yeah,
Right?
she's pretty distraught. But I must say, well, you pulled them aside to have that conversation, so I'm assuming, yeah, you guys are kind of off to the side.
Yeah, probably. Just like,
I'm also gonna make it a point that we need to really try to get up to get Katara before it starts getting dark.
we do need to get up there quickly.
Arkea's gonna run back to the vehicle again. She's gonna poke her head in and go, Brandon,
Yeah?
we found her.
Yeah, I see. It's Lena. I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah. Listen. About that. You're gonna get out of the car and the vehicle, and you're gonna go with her
Where's she going?
out of town
And where are you going?
to find the answers that I need.
Again with this, Arkea. Come on, you should get out of town with us.
Listen, Brandon.
We're your family.
Yes, but I have another family. I need to find them.
Make a persuasion check.
Wait. Well, at least it's like I have a good modifier for it.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
I don't like it. I guess you're growing up a little too fast for me to keep making decisions for you.
Listen, one day we'll all be sitting around the piano again, playing music, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm sure Mike will be looking down on us. Alright, well.
She's just gonna. God, I'm gonna cry. She's gonna hug him and just hold him for a minute.
Yeah, and he embraces you with a brotherly hug as well.
I assume so.
And he kind of, getting out of the Hummer, he kind of leans down to your level and he's just like, hey, you stay strong, kid. And as soon as you get clear of all this, you come and find me, okay?
I will.
Okay. And he walks over to Elena. And she's happy to see another familiar face as well. And they kind of... they kind of greet each other and catch up a little bit and start making their way for her car, which is parked out on her driveway.
All right, guys, let's pack up. Let's get out of here.
All right. So you guys start packing back into the Hummer, everyone?
Yeah, Arkea lingers for a moment.
Yeah, you take a moment to see them
gets in there.
peel away from the driveway and start heading out. They wave out the window at you as they do.
Yeah, she's got, tears in every...
Mm.
A normal child in this situation.
Mm.
Emil's gonna, like, pat her on the head.
Oh.
Aww. She's gonna look up at you and she's just gonna, like, cling to your side.
Oh, great.
Oh. And then after a moment, she's gonna get in the Humvee.
We're all
So
gonna get vehicle.
All right, everybody loads up on the Humvee. All right, driver, where are you heading?
We are heading to Katara's.
All right, so you make your way down to the residence that you dropped Katara off at previously. I guess it would have been the previous day at this point. By this point, it's getting late into the afternoon. You see the sun start to burn red as it sets. It's about 5-6 o'clock-ish in the afternoon. So you eventually make your way down a couple of blocks to the massive 2-story residence of the Oswalds. And you park yourself in the driveway.
I go and bang on the door.
Okay, you
Quick
go
question.
bang on the door. Yeah.
Just for sake of inventory, is water bottle in my inventory?
We will say it's all. I think
Like
it's
sketchy
all
water
in
bottle?
the. Oh, that water
The sketchy
bottle.
one.
That
Yeah.
one, yeah, will probably take up an inventory space. That's special. But other than that, I'm
Yeah,
assuming you're
so,
storing all that in the truck.
Sketchy water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With a sticker.
the one
that
with the
says
virus
do not
sample.
Mm-hmm. All right. So.
Or the poison sample, as I currently think it is.
So yeah, you rack on the door, Chauncey,
Mhm.
and you don't get a response. You wait there a few moments, few minutes. You knock again. It's the same.
Yeah, and I give it a little heftier bang.
Okay, yeah, you give a real hefty bang, and you feel certain that anyone on the inside would be able to hear that, but nothing happens.
Can I scour around the property and check windows and doors to see if they're open or unlocked?
Might need to go through the back again.
Yeah, you kind of go around the back, see if there's another backyard situation like the last one. This one is kind of gated with like a metal gate. It looks a little sturdier and kind of pointed on the top. Can't exactly be climbed as easily. And the only other, there are a couple of windows kind of by the living room. There's the garage door to the left of the front entrance.
That's closed, I imagine.
Yeah, it's closed.
Yeah.
You're parked out on the driveway in front of it, so.
Alright, so, like, any of the windows, like, are the windows barred up, or are they just regular windows?
They don't seem to be barred up, no.
Okay, can I... does the front door have, like, glass panes in it?
Yeah, it has frosted glass panes in it.
Is it feasible for me to give it an elbow check, bust out one of the panes, reach in and unlock the door?
Oh boy.
It's feasible for you to make a elbow check, if you will.
Is that going to be strength athletics? Or just
Yeah,
strength?
I'll say make it a strength check, straight up strength if you're just brute forcing it with your elbow.
Oh yeah.
All right,
sucker
yeah.
breaks.
You knock that sucker out with a resounding as the glass breaks inward, and you kind of are able to
I'm
reach
on
it at
lookout
this
again.
point. Yeah, you're on lookout, and there doesn't seem to be any reactions. You don't see, again, this neighborhood just seems desolate. And you reach inside and unlock the door from the other side.
No, I'm gonna enter.
All right, so you enter the premises. You enter into what looks to be actually a really decent-sized household. This house stands far and wide, a good head above the other houses in this neighborhood. It's two stories like many of the others, but it's a lot wider, and you walk into a very sizable living room area with quality silk couches and early flat-screen plasma television hung up on the wall. And you do notice there's a portrait of Kane hanging near the television off to the right of it. There's a glass coffee table in the middle of the room, on top of like what looks to be a black and white carpet of some sort. And near the edge of the living room is a staircase with kind of elegant wooden rails leading up to the second floor balcony, which kind of serves as a roof over the pathways below it. There are a few more halls and paths that go deeper into this first floor area.
I'm gonna just start shouting for Katara.
All right, yeah, you yell Katara at the top of your lungs, and you don't seem to hear anything in return. After you wait a few moments to let it linger, you shout again. Minutes go by, nothing.
Gonna make my way upstairs. And
Okay.
Do the same.
So you head upstairs, still yelling all the way. Heading up to the second floor, you see a kind of a hallway with a couple of doors. I think 3 doors leading off in different directions.
Can I, just by looking, know which one's the master bedroom?
Yeah, you
Like,
get the
is
sense that the master bedroom, just from traditional house layouts, would be the one at the end of this hall.
I'm gonna make my way that way.
Okay. You start making your way towards the master bedroom. You're heading in there. Anybody else doing anything during this time?
Well, it's been a while, so I was like, when he was breaking in, I was just making sure nobody was gonna do anything sketchy in our direction. So after a while, I'm gonna go inside and see if I can help him look around.
Okay, so you head in, you see the same living room circumstance.
Yep.
By this point, Chauncey's making his way up the stairs.
I see the portrait of Cain and just... And... I mean, there's nothing really I could do any more than he can do, right? Just help him look around.
I mean, there's a big house. There's a lot to look around at.
Oh, actually, no. I want to head out to the garage, make sure see if there's vehicles there.
All right. You head down into the garage. So you kind of head off into the left hall and make your way to where you reckon the garage area is from the outside architecture of the house. You get in there. You kind of flick on the lights, and you do see that there does not appear to be any vehicles in the garage. But there are some supplies just kind of laying about, usual garage kind of
Yeah,
tools.
I don't think I should be looking for meds in a garage, but that's the only time I'd be looking for anything. Yeah, there's no vehicle here. If you would think she's still here.
Is there a basement? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a basement.
All right, Doug, I want to start making my way to the basement.
Okay, so Doug heads into the house and starts looking around for entry into the basement. You eventually do find your way there, and you start heading down there's a kind of dark, cold, but not really damp area. There are kind of tools lying around, old pictures of the family framed, and some more paraphernalia like that, personal stuff. There's also another, there's also another portrait down here of Cain, kind of like the one that was hung up in the living room.
Okay. Can I investigate the picture?
Okay, you take a look at the picture.
Yeah, like feel around, see if there's anything like different about it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
I played a lot of Resident Evil. I know everything. Hidden paintings, horse ear keys, like random.
Yeah. See, you live in Raccoon City. You would check for that kind of. I don't.
So it's a D20.
Yep. Add your investigation.
Plus investigation plus 1 plus 2. Okay. 14.
All right, 14. Not bad. So yeah, you kind of get you got to look at this thing. The portrait seems to depict a murder. There's a farmer killing a shepherd, and just going off of the Cain theme that you discerned from the portrait in the living room, you believe this is Cain, the story of Cain and Abel, and you see in the blood the Roman numeral 3.
3. Okay.
And
so with that, is that it?
with that check, that's all you get. Yeah.
Okay. Can I head back up to the other picture and investigate it?
The one in the living room?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check on that.
I'm heading up from the garage now. I see him investigating the painting. I'm like, you know who that is, right?
18.
18. All right. So you take a look at the good long gander at the portrait in the living room. It appears to be a large painting of a newborn child with viewers, or rather, two newborn children. And looking at it, you get the sense that they're brothers, and you get the sense that this is kind of the start of the Cain and Abel story. Hidden within kind of the brown clothing of one of the observers in the portrait is the Roman numeral 1 and a word that says middle.
Middle. Okay. Did we establish, is there another painting?
Those are the only two you found so far.
Okay. And you guys are in the master bedroom upstairs, right?
Well, I'm with you down.
Yeah, Emil's with you. Chauncey's upstairs, heading for the master bedroom.
All right, so I'm going to talk to Emil. I think we should split up and try to find this other picture because this one in the living room here has a Roman numeral 1 on it. The one down in the basement has a 3. So I'm guessing there's another picture somewhere in this house.
Why would you make that assumption?
Well, because it's 1 and 3.
Well, that's just a painting.
Well, I can't really argue with that because at this point, that's all I see too.
Arcaea's gonna make her entrance.
Arcaea enters the house.
There's no buttons or anything.
So upstairs, Chauncey. Oh, he is saying something, Emil?
I was gonna say, like, I guess I can look, but I don't know. I don't know if it means anything. It's just Cain and Abel.
I think it's worth a shot at least.
All right, so upstairs, Chauncey, you get into the master bedroom. You see this big, fancy, elegant, kind of. I don't remember if I said the bed size last time, but it's a large bed.
Yeah.
And
He's a California queen.
Yeah, you said California king.
Oh, king, yeah.
Did I say that last time? Yeah. So that's the size you see. It's a sizable bed. There's, you look to one end of the room. There are kind of lamps and stuff lying about on dressers, the usual fare. But you look to one side of the room and you notice a bookshelf. And at the foot of this bookshelf, there's like a solid chunk of the bookshelf is just empty space. There's lots of books on it. It's well stocked with all sorts of books, from lots of nonfiction, from people with PhDs, educational literature like that. And you notice that there's one solid chunk of the bookshelf that is just empty. And at the foot of the bookshelf are a bunch of, are about 5 books that look to have been knocked to the ground.
Can I situational awareness to that bitch?
I don't think situational awareness applies here.
No, entrances and exits. Entrances and exits.
Oh, right. So go ahead and make a perception check. All right, so you kind of start fumbling around with this.
That's advantage too.
Doesn't he get 2?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's right. It's advantage for your situational awareness.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so 18
was a 1.
So you start feeling around with it a little bit. You catch, I mean, it's not, you can't necessarily catch a draft, but you do get the sense that, well, when you try to move the bookshelf, oddly enough, the bookshelf seems like fixed in place, like it's like bolted into this wall somehow. It seems not ordinary.
Well, that's not ordinary. Can I examine the books that are on the ground? The 5 books?
So you pick
really
up the...
quick.
Yeah.
Do I need to make some sort of check to see if I find the 3rd painting? Just to look around?
Just looking around?
Yeah.
I'll say just tell me what direction you're going. I'll tell you what you find. So there's the living room area. It goes off in, I think, 3 different directions, hallways.
Do I know which direction everyone else went down?
You know that Chauncey went upstairs. You saw him going up there. When you came in, you know that Arcaea and I think Doug are still in the living room.
Did I see where he came from, though?
Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw him coming back up from the basement.
So that leaves one other option, I think.
Let me see.
Because you said there are like 3 ways you can go.
There's 3 rooms upstairs.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rooms upstairs,
Okay.
and
yeah, I think I'll go upstairs and start looking through those rooms.
okay, yeah, so you head upstairs. So looking through the rooms upstairs, you go into the ones that aren't the master bedroom. You find a room that appears to be Katara's room. It's got a smaller bed in it and kind of various bookshelves of its own, some dressers, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. I continue looking through some of the other rooms. If I find that painting.
Okay, yeah, you get to the computer room, which is also on the top floor. It just seems to be a room just with a couple of PCs kind of in it for various purposes, and none of them seem to be on. That seems to be the only purpose for this room. Nothing out of the ordinary here.
I don't know nothing about computers. Yeah, just move on.
Okay, so you move on.
No painting?
There doesn't appear to be a painting. Make a perception check as you head back into the hall on the 2nd floor. All right.
Ooh.
Why is this heck? So you as you head back out, you notice a little something dangling from the roof on the second floor. A little bit of a string sort of thing.
Like an attic.
Do you pull on it?
Yeah.
All right, you pull on it and you bring down a staircase leading up to an attic.
All right, going into the attic.
All right.
Take my LED torch.
Oh yeah, you got a flashlight still. So yeah, you head up into the attic, and it's all dusty in here and dark as you are expecting with the flashlight. You kind of rummage around a little bit, make an investigation check, see what you find.
All right.
All right, 17. Not bad, not bad. All right, so looking around, you kind of rummage through some stuff, move some things around, uncovering a cloak. You kind of move it out of the way and find like a little smushed little herb there, shining a light on it. It looks pretty yellow.
Oh, I take that.
And you take this smushed little yellow herb that looks like it's probably been there a while.
I'm gonna have to get rid of something though.
Are you running full?
I mean, I can make a green, red, yellow mix. That's a really big fat herb.
It's a pretty fat herb.
That's a fat herb. I have to do it. I'm making a green, red, yellow mix.
All right, go ahead and roll your crafting check or your mixing check.
Yep.
I believe for 3 together should be a DC of 5 or 10 rather, because it's 5 for 2 of them. All right, so you managed to mix all 3 of these herbs together and put it together in a little pouch. You now have a green, red, yellow herb mix.
That's a fat herb.
That's fat herb. That's a fat herb right there. All right, so you continue to rummage around, and by the same pile, you find what looks to be another painting. And this painting shows a brother who looks to be a shepherd, giving an offering to God. God seems to accept this. However, the brother of the shepherd is seen in the background with an angry expression, and he's kind of staring with malicious intent. And
I'm sure
of course,
I'm familiar.
yeah, you being a pretty devout Catholic would know this story well.
Not that I know of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Culturally,
yes, I'm aware.
So, well, I mean, they have really good educational resources. So if you grew up in a Catholic home, you probably know all about it.
I know all about it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's kind of grassy fields in the background, and looking into them, you do notice some inscription. It seems to be the Roman numeral 2 with a word that says left.
Oh, that is odd. Huh. 2 left. Okay.
That's all you seem to find.
Now, and this was giving the gift.
So, Chauncey, in the other room. So now that you've discerned something's not right about this bookcase, I believe you said that you were examining the books on the ground.
Yes.
And we didn't quite get around to that. So, you pick up the 5 books and kind of arrange them onto the bed, just to kind of see them all laid out. Well, first of all, you notice that the books seem to be labeled Origin of Cain, all 5 of them. And looking on the spines, you notice that they each have Roman numerals on the spine.
I'm going to put them in Roman numeral order on the shelf.
Okay, so you slot them into the empty spot on the shelf from left to right in Roman numeral order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they fit snugly. Nothing happens, though.
Oh, well. Walk away.
All right.
I'm going to meet up with everybody else. I'm going to meet up. The meal would be the closest to me, right?
Yeah, you were going out
the attic, though.
Yeah, going out the door, you notice something different about the hall. There's just this big old staircase just plunged down into it. You hear somebody moving around up in the attic.
There was no picture in the master bedroom, right? You didn't say anything about a picture in the master bedroom.
You didn't notice one? There was a door leading to a bathroom in the master bedroom as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna go to the next available room that nobody has checked.
All the rooms on the top floor have been checked by Emil, so you kind of look around in those, not knowing that he did, and find the same stuff. Computer room, Katara's room, nothing suspicious in either.
Can I holler up the attic steps? Like, who's up there?
Yo.
What are you doing up there?
I don't know. I really don't.
Come down here. I have something to show you.
All right. I go down.
And you said it's like we can look down on the lower floors from this?
Yeah,
area?
there's a kind of, second floor balcony if you go down to that area.
Would I see Doug, like, pondering over that picture? And
Yeah, you see Doug over there.
Oh my God, Fire Girl walking into the
Fire
house.
girl, that works.
Yeah, you see all of them kind of running around the living room. You definitely see Doug scrutinizing the portrait.
I'm just gonna holler at everybody. Hey guys, come up here for a sec.
Okay.
And lead them to the master bedroom when they arrive.
Okay, so does Arkea head up?
Yep.
Okay, so Arkea heads up the stairs. Doug, you heading up as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone eventually follows you up to the master bedroom, and you show them.
Show them the bookcase and tell them that you can feel a draft over here. I think something's weird about this bookcase. I can't move it. And I'm going to ask all three adults of formidable size to help me push this door.
All right.
Arkea leaves the room.
I'm surprised you're not supervising.
All right, so just athletics?
Check.
Yeah, I'll say strength checks for everyone, not athletics. Strength checks for everyone who's pushing.
It's the same for me, actually.
Okay. Is Doug gonna help out with that, or?
Yeah.
All right, strength check. All right,
man.
so you all kind of put your backs into it and get right up to the side of this, bookcase. You put as much back as is there, and reasonable amount of effort, and you all just kind of lean into it, shoving with all of your force. This bookcase seems to be fastened pretty securely to whatever it is, because the combined might of all three of your rolls does not seem to be budging it one bit.
See, gentlemen, this is a weird bookshelf. I should have been able to push this by myself.
Panic room, maybe?
Arkea walks back in the room and says,
Go ahead.
damn umbrella and their puzzles.
So,
Is that like...
have...
Is that a thing?
We only know of the gun things. Was there a shotgun around here, gentlemen? See a shotgun and hooks somewhere we could put a meal in a room?
Can she do an intelligence check?
For what exactly are you doing an intelligence check for?
On the books.
I mean,
Like to, I don't know.
Detect
like,
puzzle.
detect puzzle.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the sense that there's a puzzle going about. Chauncey showed you all to the books, I'm assuming, as well, during his little spiel.
Yeah.
And, you do notice those books with the Roman numerals on their spines.
Like, would you know, like, that you obviously have to put them in a certain order to, like, do something?
I mean, this is a puzzle, so what you know is what Arkea knows. So if you could figure it out, then Arkea can figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as...
we've dealt with more than just the shotgun puzzle.
Yeah, that's true, we had the whole, like,
Statue
totem
shit.
one.
Yeah.
When he tells us about the Roman numerals, then I'm just like, can I see if there is one where, can I see if the number 2 matches up with what I've got for the...
I mean, it just has the Roman numeral 2 on it.
Well, he said they had, like, it was like the story of Cain.
I mean, they all seem to be essentially an identical book, aside from the Roman numerals.
Book?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like 5 parts of the story.
No, yeah.
Okay, so they're all the same book
it.
with Roman numerals.
Can I have to relieve myself and go to the bathroom? Excuse me, guys. You guys figure this out. I've got to use it.
You're just like this.
Are we up coming up on a break anytime soon? Because
we did just have our midpoint break, so
did we?
probably not.
Feels like it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Archaea goes over to one of the books and opens it.
Okay, you open the book. It's a bunch of essentially really esoteric seeming texts, far above your reading level, on the origin of Cain.
Is it English?
Yeah, it's English, but it's very kind of academic.
Great.
In fact, you guys looking at the bookshelf see all sorts of academic literature if you guys want to start rummaging through the other options on the bookshelf.
I'm gonna focus on the Roman numeral ones. I'm gonna see what happens. Can I just take number 2 and just put it on the far left?
Okay, you put it on the far left. Well, do you take all the other books out, or?
Well, I take number 2 out, slide number 1 over.
Okay.
Number 2.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I get what you mean. So you slot it as such. Nothing seems to happen.
Well, that's all I found.
Can I just investigate the bookshelf to see if there's any like, I don't know, like a difference, like anything that looks like a slot? I don't know. You know what I mean? Anything that looks slightly different than the standard shelf?
I mean, because like the shelf is like pretty much filled flush with books, and with the 5 Origin of Cain books in there, it's pretty much just filled to capacity.
Here's a group question. Do you think we should take all the books off?
Oh my god. Archaea was just going to start going over there ripping books off the shelves.
No, I'm gonna go use the restroom, gentlemen.
Okay, so Chauncey heads into the master bedroom restroom. You turning on the light, you see that appears to be a fairly normal restroom situation: tile floors, ceramic sink, and all of that. A little shower in the corner and the toilet. You did notice that there was more switches on the wall than just the light, though. As you reach for that.
I'm gonna go ahead and flick them all on.
All right, you flick on the one next to the light. The fan goes on. You flick on the light next to that one, and nothing much seems to have changed. But you do see like a kind of another light just built into the wall, like shining up. It's kind of bluish looking.
Fancy. I'm gonna use the restroom.
All right, Chauncey relieves himself. You guys hear thunderous piss from the bathroom while you guys are sitting in the master bedroom.
Of course we do.
There was no pictures, nothing in here.
The bookshelf moves. It was
right. Oh my god, that was the key the whole time.
Puzzle's more of a Silent Hill thing, I feel like.
Yeah. So Archaea is gonna walk out of the room, go back downstairs, go the way nobody else went.
All right, so you head back downstairs and you start heading out in a different direction. You come out to what looks to be a kitchen area. You kind of looking around. There's it leads out to a back door. You notice the back door has some shattered glass at the foot of it. And it's kind of ajar. It looks almost like it was broken into. But leading out to through the back door, there appears to be a backyard behind that.
Interesting. Can I? Does the kitchen look like a normal, fancy, rich kitchen?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Pretty upper crust kitchen. You got a little island counter in the middle of it. All sorts of fine cutlery, marble top countertops.
Chrome. Yeah. Okay. She's gonna go look at the glass, and then she's gonna walk. Like, is the door? What kind of door is it to go like out into the yard? Is it like a sliding door? Is it like?
It's just just a regular swivel door. It's got glass in it, to look out to the back. But yeah. It's
okay. So it's just like it's wood.
Yeah, it's
or
just
whatever,
a wooden door, yeah.
But it's got glass. Okay, she's gonna open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You catch a cold draft as you exit out into the backyard. It's pushing later into the evening at this point. You see basically a bunch of patches in the grass that seem to have been filled in, little dirt patches. And you also noticed a shack, kind of shed in the back corner.
Boy. She's gonna go for it. She's
for the shed?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you go over, you swing the shed doors open, and you see a bunch of tools. It's kind of similar to the one that was in the back of the Arclight cabin.
Right.
Just a regular tool shed. But there does appear to be among all these tools, another portrait leaning against the wall.
And she's gonna investigate that.
Okay. Heading up to that portrait, you take a good gander at it, and it seems pretty dusty. You kind of have to dust it off a little bit, but there are burn marks around this one, actually.
Oh.
But you could still kind of make out what seems to be God punishing the brother for the murder. And so go ahead and make an investigation check, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Don't nat one.
Knock on wood.
Oh, well, it's okay.
Not horrible. No, yeah, you kind of rummage around with it a little bit. You don't notice anything particular about the picture with all the scorch marks and all, but kind of you kind of take it down and flip it around. You notice on the back is the Roman numeral 4 written, and also with the word far right.
So wait, what was that? It was 4?
Yeah, there's the Roman numeral 4 and the words far right kind of scribbled into the back, etched into it, actually.
She's gonna go back in the house, stepping carefully over broken glass, of course. And she's gonna go upstairs and she's gonna be like, Emil, Chauncey's in the bathroom. Emil!
I'm sure he's out by now.
Yeah, I'm out of the bathroom by now.
Okay, so Emil, Chauncey.
What?
Yep.
I found another painting.
What do you mean painting? What are you guys talking about painting?
Well, Doug was saying there might be a clue in the painting.
I found one. It was burned and whatever, but on the back it said it had the Roman numeral 4 and it said far right.
So can I just go ahead and switch 4 and the 5?
Okay. So you
now it's 2, 1, 3, 5, 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you switch those out. Nothing else seems to happen. You also notice actually that there on the spines of each of these are another number. In addition to the Roman numeral, there's a Roman numeral on it, and each one also has a numeric value on it.
What are the values?
On the one with the Roman numeral 1, there's the number 2. On the one with the Roman numeral 2, there's the number 0. On the one with the Roman numeral 3, there's the number 5. On the one with the Roman numeral 4, there's the number 4. On the one with the Roman numeral 5, there's the number 8.
Okay.
19. I did the math, I'm sorry.
2, 0, 5, 4, 8.
Do we see like a keypad anywhere?
Doesn't seem to be one.
So currently we have 2, 1, 3, 5, 4.
By the way, when Chauncey left the bathroom, did you just flick all the switches back off on your way out?
Hell no.
So the lights are just on in there? Oh,
yeah, I shut them off.
Okay, well, did you shut all of them off, like the fan and everything, or?
Yeah, shut it all off. The way I went in and flicked them on is the way I went out and flicked them off.
Okay, so yeah, you flicked everything off all at once, and yeah.
So.
How many switches did you say there was?
There's 3 of them.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Blue light, fan, and light.
Yeah.
Can I look at them puzzled of why they're putting books in weird arrangements and ask them what's up with the pictures?
There's some clues in some of the pictures, some of the paintings
pictures?
of Cain and Abel. You haven't seen any of the Cain and Abel paintings? There's one downstairs.
I'm not looking for pictures. I'm looking for Katara.
Katara's umbrella, and we were just in an umbrella facility. Apparently, this is just what they do.
Puzzles.
This doesn't make sense.
Little girl would know better than I.
I found a picture of Cain and Abel in the basement. It was marked 3. I found another one in the living room. It was 1. That's where all this started. So I figured it was some sort of puzzle to get through that bookshelf.
Arcaea's gonna raise her hand and she's gonna be like, "Show me.
Show her what?
Show me the puzzle. Show me the puzzle. Show me the pictures.
Show me the puzzle.
Roll meta knowledge.
Can I get a better description of this bookcase? Like how many shelves, how many books per shelf?
I mean, it seems to accommodate about like 10 to 20 books, depending on their thickness per shelf. It's got about 4 shelves on it. And the kind of 5 slots that are available for these books seem to all be on like the first shelf from the top.
Can I just, in confusion, grab like the top shelf row of books and just toss them across the room?
Yeah, they scatter onto the floor.
Is there anything visible?
There doesn't seem to be anything behind them.
Can I do it to the next shelf down? till all shelves are empty and nothing is visible?
You empty all the shelves. You empty all the shelves and
need to fit books in those exact slots.
And well, actually, interestingly, you managed to knock them all over, except on the shelf where the 5 Roman numeral books are. The other books on that shelf seem to be fixed in place.
Fake ass books. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just want to make a note that I suggested this about 10 minutes ago.
I know, that's why I took this move for you.
I'm not gonna ruin somebody's bookcase. If you want to do it, you do it. I'm not gonna do that.
Is there anything like if we wiggle the books? Can the books wiggle and make noises at all? Like,
yeah.
Are they
appear to be. I mean, no, nothing like that. But they appear to be normal. Just like they have the appearance of normal books. They're just kind of fixed where they are somehow.
Can I open up the book that says the first one, the one that's in the first place, far left?
Mm.
Pick it up. You said it was number 2. Can I turn to page 2?
All right, you turn to page 2. It's just more academic jargon, kind of going through the origin of Cain and Abel and that story.
What all the other? What was on all the other paintings that you saw?
Is Emil asking this?
Yeah, I'm asking Doug.
Well, Archaea asked you to show her to them, so...
Yeah.
Are you gonna show her to the paintings?
Oh, no.
Doug. Did we lose Doug?
He died.
I actually don't have his cam anymore, either.
Yeah, his cam.
Yeah. He
That's why I
just
said he
literally
died.
flicked off right as you said Doug is like, out.
I'm out.
I'm not even doing this no more, out.
Well, I'm gonna assume, we'll say, for the sake of keeping things moving, he shows you to the one in the basement. You want to go ahead and roll an investigation check?
Yes, sure, I will.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he's gone wholesale. I wonder if his internet
That's
crashed.
not bad.
All right, so...
He hasn't gone offline yet.
Oh, okay. So you investigate the portrait down in the basement level. It seems to have the Roman numeral 3 and the words "far left" in the edges of the canvas.
3. Okay.
With the Roman numeral being in the kind of the blood in the portrait itself, where the
Of
farmer
course.
is killing the shepherd.
Of course.
I'm not saying this to you, but is that the only side that you can check of that picture?
I mean, with her investigation roll, she kind of looked it all up and down, so that's all she got.
I was just making sure there wasn't like a hidden puzzle behind it.
No, yeah, that's That's what she got with her investigation.
There's a Rubik's Cube on the back.
He just went offline.
Okay, so he might have his internet might have died.
Okay. She wants to go to the next painting.
Okay, so he takes you to the one in the living room as well.
Yep.
Which has already been investigated and is known to have the Roman numeral 1 with the word middle on it.
Okay. 1 middle. All right, so we got 431, and we're missing. No, Emil has 2.
Well, if we, as long as we have 5, or as long as we have 4, that's enough.
Okay, so she comes back upstairs and she's like, "Hey, I've got 2 others here for you.
All right.
One you might already know as 1 middle.
All right, so it's the middle.
Yes.
2, 3, 1.
And no, 3 is far left.
3 goes far left. No.
Yeah.
3 is far left.
Okay, so so then 2 is left, so which means that would be just where it is. So that would be 3, 2.
Go 3, 2,
1, 4, 5.
1, 4, 5.
So 2 doesn't move. It says left, but doesn't move. 3 is far left.
So what is the orders currently arranged in?
3, 2, 1, 4, 5. I don't know. I'm still talking as Emil, but it's 3, 2, 1, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, it's good role playing. So, okay, so is that the order that you guys had discovered from the?
This is what it's currently in.
Yeah. So yeah, it does seem to, as you line it up and just sort of using order of, or rather discerning where the last one goes from the 4 that you currently have, you set them all in order and you hear a click as the bookshelf starts to move aside.
We put it in the wrong order this whole fucking time. So now it's unlocked.
Well, as it moves aside, interestingly, it opens, the door kind of slides on, or rather the bookshelf kind of slides on a dolly basically off to the side and kind of covering the wall and uncovering an area that seems to have it seems to be like this large kind of metal door that has a keypad on it.
50248.
You try that and that is not correct.
Okay.
Wait, what order did you guys have on the books?
3, 2, 1, 4, 5.
Oh.
Well, hold on. My bad.
Oh.
The door, the bookshelf never opened.
Okay, that's fine.
Back up a bit. You switch the other 2 and then you go through that again.
So nothing's happened with the door, or with the bookshelf then.
So now the bookshelf is moved because you just switched out the last 2, and then the bookshelf opens up again.
Okay.
Or for the first time.
For the first time.
So it's 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. Yes.
Sorry, my dog stepped on the surge protector.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
That's fine.
Everything shut off.
Chop off its legs, you'll be good.
Yeah, I put him in his crate, so we're good.
Yeah, that dog's
just being a dog.
Yeah, I know, he's running around being a dog all night.
He does like his crate. I know everyone says that, but it is true. He seems to actually really like.
No, I mean like poor dog
dead.
isn't messing with wires.
Oh, I know.
It's like I would kill an animal if I was wires.
So
I Velcro. Damn it! Oh,
Okay,
there's Velcro
so
down there. He's obsessed with Velcro.
to catch you up, though, we have opened the door, or opened the bookshelf.
Yes.
So the bookshelf opened with 3, 2, 1, 4, 5.
Which puts
no. With 3, 2, 1, 5, 4.
3, 2, 1, 5, 4.
So with
I think you just deduced it wrong, but you should have all the
because
necessary information to know.
Yeah, because I hadn't gotten to that yet.
Oh,
I had only changed one.
I thought you switched all of them. Yeah, I thought you just said you switched all of them.
The information is there. I hadn't gotten it yet, but if it's there, then yeah.
Okay,
because I
my
think
bad.
there
I
was
thought you
one
said
that
yeah.
she had. Yeah. No, yeah, it's because she has
because
the
you guys
information.
had mentioned all of them. So
Yeah, because she has it. She just didn't. Like I had only gotten up to 4 at that point.
Okay.
Up to 3, I forget. So okay, so then it would be.
But I mean, well, from what she's
5-0.
given you before, from what you guys had earlier, you did actually said
Yeah.
them all as well. You've heard them all at this point. So
Yeah, but I'm writing them down, and I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
gotten to that
Yeah.
point yet.
all right,
So okay, so 32154 50284.
you put that code into the keypad, and it goes beep, clunk, and then you see the door start to slide into the wall, revealing a long hallway. The fluorescent lights kind of flicker on overhead to brighten it up, and down the hall is what looks to be elevator, a sort of freight elevator shaft of some sort.
Is the elevator up to us, or is it?
It doesn't appear to be, but there
empty?
is a button to call it.
I'm gonna hit the button.
Okay, so you guys, everybody move down the hall. Also, Roll20 is telling me that my connection to the server has been
Yeah,
interrupted.
just told me too.
Yeah, but it told me
Oh,
that.
now he just told me right now.
All right, yeah, so it's okay. So you guys make your way down the hall. Does everybody go in to this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
hall.
I have my gun out and I'm looking around.
Me too.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
Yeah,
draw your
Arcea's
weapons.
on
got
alert.
her bat ready.
Yeah. All right.
You know her.
So yeah. Well, you don't. You mean the baton?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but bats her thing, you know.
All right.
I still have
So-
the bat.
Wait, do you still have the
Pressure,
bat?
it's fine.
I
Yeah,
thought
it
the
is
bat
still-
was gone.
Yeah, I thought it was
No.
gone too. I mean, well, because that's
You did-
burning a hole in your inventory then.
Yeah, I
All
have
right.
it in my inventory.
Cool.
When-
So.
When do we Carl Grimes her and teach her how to use a gun?
Never.
You've never seen her with a freaking lighter, bro.
Also, dang, I don't have cam on Lisa and Sarah's, but that's okay. So we'll keep going. So
Yeah.
it,
If you guys
weirdly,
refresh, it's fine.
yeah, I think if you guys refresh, it should be all good now. So as you guys make your way down this hall, Chauncey hits the switch and calls up the elevator. It takes about a good minute or so before the elevator reaches to the top. Katara, you hear the elevator behind you get called up.
Hmm?
All right, so
She gets your grenade launcher out.
all right,
She's
so
just aimed down the hallway now.
okay, so yeah, you set yourself up in an advantageous position, taking a moment away from your work to keep an eye on that elevator doors. So does everybody enter into the elevator?
Can we all?
Oh yeah,
fit?
yeah.
Two things. Can you see us again?
Yeah, we can see you guys again.
Okay, good.
And Doug would like. I'm gonna take my rifle out.
Okay, rifles out. So you guys all cram into this elevator. It was not designed to carry this many people, but you all just managed to squeeze in. It's a little bit claustrophobic, but you're in there, uncomfortably close with everybody in this makeshift party. So there's only one other button on the inside.
We're gonna hit it.
All right, Chauncey hits the button, and you guys start descending down and down. It gets dark. This sort of area isn't really lit, and you're just sitting in darkness for a bit as you go down and down. Seconds pass. Tens of seconds pass.
As
seems-
we're going down, can I be hollering Katara?
I was gonna say when we get to the bottom, it's gonna be like Katara.
So you, Katara, you hear a familiar voice echoing down the shaft, just going, Katara, Katara,
He's still aimed in.
Katara. And it gets closer and closer. So eventually, after a whole minute of travel, the elevator reaches the bottom of the shaft and opens to what looks to be a laboratory area. Katara, you see a familiar batch stumble out of the elevator.
And opens fire.
Stay where you are.
Katara?
Huh? Who? Oh.
Hell is all this?
Oh. Hi. What? How did she?
There was a thing.
Puzzle
Yeah.
books,
This ain't our first rodeo.
By the way, just so you know, when you go upstairs, Chauncey made a big mess of your books. So
That's my parents' books. Don't worry
No.
about
Figure
it.
it out. Sorry.
They're not here.
Yeah, looking around, you guys all notice a bunch of working computers. It's a white sort of laboratory space. It's pretty low profile. There are a bunch of computers. There's a cold storage unit, all sorts of research documents, all that sort of stuff. One of the computers seems to be on and active.
Can
You know where your
I?
parents went?
And my parents aren't here.
What does that mean? They leave the city?
I don't know. They're missing. I came down here after the whole news incident of the mass shooting.
Yeah, it's
And
gotten a
I've-
lot worse.
Has it?
Oh, do you have any news down here?
No.
You need some news.
I'm completely. If anyone was trying to call me or going around, I can't hear you.
Oh,
Obviously.
well, we know. We know.
Either way, my parents left me a note, and they told me not to try to find them, just to get out of here and avoid any contact with anyone from Umbrella.
It's a good idea. We need to leave, by the way.
Can't leave yet. I'm still doing some of my studies.
Listen, grab your books. Let's go.
I also got something for you.
What do you have?
I pull out this sketchy water bottle.
You see a water bottle that appears to be filled with water.
Okay.
Something got into the drinking supply, the water supply. Most of the population up top has been infected, and people are starting to turn. It's getting really bad. But whatever they used, it's in the water. And I hand her the water bottle.
Takes it.
Don't drink it. It's
You.
there's some whatever they're using to turn people is in that.
I could run a test on it, but we
Wait.
would be here a little bit longer.
I think you
Emil.
might be safe down here, though.
Also-
We are
Fine.
pretty safe.
I was also going to point out, Katara, you see one person that you actually don't know. I forgot to mention this earlier, because that probably changes things. There's one individual in this group that you don't recognize.
And it's got a rifle.
He's got a rifle.
I have a quick question for Emil. You said that they're using to change us. What do you mean they?
So, there was a pharmaceutical corporation that I'm sure you are well aware of named Umbrella. They're not what
Okay.
they seem.
Okay. So they're doing this on purpose?
That remains to be seen, but probably.
How did you find that out?
Just look at everyone else.
Didn't we run this story by him earlier?
Oh, I think
No.
we gave him the gist. We didn't tell him we were like it was an Umbrella facility.
You didn't tell me. You didn't tell him either that, like, you guys knew what was happening at all.
That's true. I told you about the.
You guys kind of rushed him along.
Well, I
Picked him
told
up on
him
the side of the
enough-
road.
I just told him enough that to like tell him
Yeah.
that like we know we've run into this before.
So this guy Katara's. Do you think he can?
Girl.
Like,
Yeah.
Girl. I'm sorry. You have a horribly unfeminine voice. Do you think this is something you can fix?
Fixing. I don't know. I would have to look into things a lot more.
Is there okay? And this is an Umbrella facility that we're in right now, right?
Well, I don't know.
No.
It's hers.
This is a family
Okay.
lab.
Okay. Did you guys find any sort of like antidote or anything along the way that you could take to like prevent this from happening?
That's what I'm hoping with that water bottle.
Okay.
That I know of. I can, like I said, I can test this water and figure out what's going on.
We can at least get a sample from that.
And I had another general question from something you said earlier, Emil. No, we already established that. Never mind.
What was that?
No, I was going to say we don't know if you have to die yet, but we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but does that mean that we all have it right now?
I think. Well, I'm making the assumption that we do have it, but it won't happen. Like nothing is going to happen to the people who are alive that we've seen. They have to die first, and then they go through the stages.
Okay.
Because like I've
basically Emil's using Walking Dead logic.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna tell him that we have seen people. I'll tell him about the cabin that we went to when we were looking for Jack, and I was able to do some pretty rough dissections with Katara on the bodies, and we were able to determine that they were, reanimated. So it's assumed that whatever has been going on, if it is in the water supply, has been happening for a while. So we don't see anything happen to anyone alive. Only people who have already died.
And if you don't mind me asking, what did you do before this? Because if you're like an accountant and you're telling me that, it's going to hold a lot less weight than if you were like a medical doctor or something.
I'm an ex-physician.
Okay.
I used to be a physician in the army.
Okay. Fair enough.
I wasn't just cutting up bodies.
Well, that's kind of what that's what I was trying to get at there. Just make sure you had some level of expertise.
I was an army physician.
You weren't just taking advantage of the current situation to live out some of your darker side fantasy.
So while they're just talking, she's just gonna start like going through to test the water.
Okay.
Well, if she's safe down here, we at least know where we can come pick her up. If she can start working on all of her tests, but we need to see if your family's all right.
They don't want us to. They don't want me to go and find them.
I'm talking about Doug. I don't care about your family.
Your family's dirty umbrella.
Just so these umbrella facilities, are they underground for the most part? The one you came across?
Yeah.
The one we came across was
it was a cabin in the mountains that went down into a hole in the ground.
No,
so that's why we're kind of sketched out about your little mountain cabin.
No, the reason I ask is more just I wonder if it was a situation where, since it is already underground, if there was some kind of groundwater contamination that happened on accident.
It is possible, but the experiments that we came across seem to be very intentional.
Okay.
Can I ask Katara? Do you have some kind of test kit that you can just bring with you? We really need to think about getting out of here.
There is only one exit to this place, and if there is anything I know about facilities, they explode.
Yes, I do.
I will say, Katara, you would know that you have your chemical set and all that, your basic your tools that you bring with you that you use to cast and all that, but you do know that the facilities you have here are a lot better for running a test like the one you're being asked to perform on this water. You basically have everything. You have everything you need down in this room to do it on a fairly quickly, at least a lot more quickly than if you would have to do it on the move. But yeah, you have everything you need in this room to be able to run such a test. You would also know that would be a lot easier. You do get the sense that you would be able to recognize. You've worked enough with it to recognize T-virus at a molecular level, but you do know that it would be a lot easier if you had like a sample of raw virus to compare it against.
Well, first of all, I could do this on the go, but this would take a lot longer. Everything that I need to conduct the test is here, and it's a lot quicker. The next thing is, it would be a lot easier to figure out the cause of contamination and more as long as I had a virus sample, which I currently do not have.
What if we were able to get you a living? I don't know if it has to be living, but what if we were able to get you one of the zombies?
No, I specifically need a virus sample. An actual vial.
Do you know where we can
Vial?
find one?
Vial.
Question.
What's a vial?
Vial. Question to Raph.
Yeah.
I know I talked to you about this before, but you do know that Archaea has some form of something running through her veins, right?
Yes.
Still not raw.
But it's not. Yeah.
It ain't raw.
I mean,
it ain't raw T virus, whatever it is.
I know somebody who has a raw T virus sample. Well, he doesn't know it's T virus. He doesn't know it's a sample.
Did we? I forget, Raph. Did we establish that I saw him?
Yes, we talked about it. I talked with you. I talked with Doc. We have cross-referenced that you were in the room when that happened.
What are these virus samples like?
She's gonna bring them over to the computer and just show them, because I figured they would have the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you see on the computer she's rummaging through the
Chauncey.
data that she got at the facility, and yeah, you see photographs of the kinds of vials you saw in the cold storage.
So I see that, and look over at Chauncey.
Whoa. That looks like that thing I found.
Yep.
What's the the virus that you're looking for look like? That's like in that vial. What color?
Green.
Yeah. I got you one.
You got one?
I'm a here. Scurry back to my Hummer.
can I just say?
Is it not in your inventory?
It's in my Hummer.
It's gonna be like 15 minutes for him to go up, get it, and come back down.
Can he just send like the little kid that can run fast?
Actually,
run fast.
technically, you have less move speed than everybody else for being so little. So
I mean, technically, but we're not in combat.
yeah, but that also
Exactly.
applies out of combat.
I still can run faster, and I'm
So-
tireless, so it won't even wear me out.
All right, so we'll say for the sake of brevity, you head to the elevator shaft. You go back up. About
Put this-
10 minutes later, you
Put this in
come
my
back.
inventory.
Come back with your virus sample. In the meantime, is there any conversation anyone wants to get done?
Yes,
Well, I'm just gonna
actually,
talk
there
with-
is.
Grabbing my paracord too while I'm up here.
Okay.
Now I'm full inventory.
Oh my god.
What are you gonna say?
Crying. Hysterically. She's going to nudge Katara. Just really weird because Katara is in a towel for everybody's information.
Oh yeah. She's
I
gonna
forgot
towel.
about that.
That's right, everyone.
Totally
Yes.
forgot about that.
I was picturing her in a lab coat this whole time. I forgot.
I know, me too.
Yeah,
She's just in a silky robe and a towel on her head.
No, she's not even. No, she's just got a towel wrapped around her.
I thought she had,
Why-
I thought
why
she
is
had a
that?
robe. She took a shower.
Yeah,
And then just
it's
went down
yesterday.
bucket to go read.
We got to take a shower
Everybody
yesterday.
knows.
No, I think it was in the morning. She went to bed without taking a
Oh
shower.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
She doesn't
So-
look it.
She's gonna nudge Katara and she's gonna be like, "You wouldn't happen to have access to an umbrella database, would you?"
I wouldn't think from here.
From here? Question mark?
Well,
Meaning-
again, this is a family lab. There's only so much that we have down here, and so much information that we have.
But you could get me into an umbrella facility or database?
If we went back to that pharmacy that we were originally, it had a lot of files and more.
Interesting.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, so you arrive, you hear the elevator winding up and coming down at this time.
I was gonna talk to Doug about his family. Making
So
sure
you pull Doug aside.
just like so you did you just send them off?
Well, we had this plan for a long time, and when I first heard of things going down, I wanted to go back to my shop and close it up quick before, any of the looters could get there. And before I did that, I said that I wanted them to. They took my truck and my other truck, and then I told them to just drive nonstop. We kept it full of gas, and I just told them to drive. Gave them the keys to the cabin, and I told them just lock themselves in and don't open the door for anybody unless it's me. And that's
why you didn't. That's why you needed a ride.
Yeah, well, no, I mean I had another one, but I was hijacked at gunpoint, and someone stole my other truck. And when I was actually leaving my garage to go up and meet them, and that was right when all this started happening. And as soon as I got whiff of the first kind of incidents going down and some of the chaos breaking out, I told them to leave right away.
That's smart.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they made it. I have no idea.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we'll check up on them soon.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we just need to. I motion over towards Katara. She works for Umbrella, but I think she's not a part of whatever's going on here.
She seems a little crazy, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
She's in a towel.
Jeez. I just took her for one of those kind of weird intellectual types.
That may be the case. We are technically still in her home, so.
Well, this is very true.
All right, so at this point, Chauncey comes down with the elevator and exits with the vial in hand.
Can I be like, this vial, and throw it at her? No. Here you go. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'll make you guys start rolling dice.
I'm gonna walk up to her and be like, look, listen, take what you need, but I want this as evidence for Mike.
All right. I can do that.
I let her have it.
Okay, so you obtain the T-virus sample vial, and so are you going to start running your tests on the water?
She's gonna look back at everyone. Is there anything you guys need to do? This might take me a few hours.
Well, yeah, we do need to get going. We can come back tomorrow.
Yeah. All right.
Make sure you're fine.
Now that we know the fast way in.
Yeah.
I'll have everything done by tomorrow.
All right.
Bright and early. We'll be here at dawn.
All right.
Or after we wake up. Whichever comes first. Last, whichever comes last.
I'm fine with that.
So what's the plan now?
Let's go check on your family.
Check out your cabin.
All right.
We need a place to lay low.
Okay, so do you guys head back up the elevator?
No.
Yep.
Did Archaea get information about the database? She can't access any kind of database down here?
Yeah, it's offline down in this basement. So
okay.
So I wanna have Katara do the test on the water.
All right. So
but I also want her to go through and do that other thing too.
Okay, we'll talk after. So for on stream here, this is going to be a little bit of a skill challenge for you to run the water test. So a little pseudo skill challenge. So first things first check I'm going to make you do is first I'll have you make a science check. This is to plan your procedure and figure out what exactly you are going to do and what supplies you're going to need from the tools that you have available in here.
All right. And...
I'm Am I assuming we're all just like on the way to Doug's house at this moment?
Well, you guys are up the elevator. Yeah, you're making your way out of the house at this moment. Okay, so 15. So you start looking around, gathering beakers, gathering supplies, and you gather all the necessary paraphernalia you need to be able to conduct the test that you think would get the results that you need. So next up, I'm going to have you make a dexterity check. This is just manually handling all the equipment and carrying out the procedure that you've laid in place.
Okay.
All right. So you start moving these beakers about. You take the water, put it into one of them. You also take a droplet and put it into a petri dish and have it culture and cultivate over off in another area. You take the raw virus sample and also put it into a beaker. You take both of them and kind of using little eyedroppers, essentially get them onto little clear slates and put them under the microscope. And at this point, I'm going to need you to make the final check, which is going to be another science check to get your results and determine what exactly can surmise. Holy smokes, you freaking nailed this whole skill challenge, man. Nothing below 15. All right, so with that natural 20, you eyeball that microscope so hard. You are in your towel. You have nothing holding you back at this point. So you eyeball the microscope and cross-reference the data with what you've had on the thumb drive that you retrieved from the facility, as well as your own prior notes and research on the virus as well, and you compare it as well with the pure raw virus sample that you had obtained from Chauncey. And looking at it both, you recognize in the water is some latent strain of what appears to be the T virus. It's not raw. It appears to have it appears to be slightly mutated, like it's gone through a couple of organisms, but it is definitely the same virus derivative of it. And yeah, so you know for sure that the T virus is in the water, and that is basically what you're able to ascertain from this procedure.
All right.
With the 26, I think she also accidentally stumbles across the cure for cancer.
Yeah, I think so. With that natural 20.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'll say with all the research you did earlier, by the way, you do have all the information you need. You have more than enough to be able to use BOW or make BOW repellent for T virus and other things such as that that come with your scientist features. So with that being said, everybody else makes it to the top of the house. You guys walk past the living room. At this point, you looking out the windows, you can see it's pretty much dark. The night has fallen. It's pushing a little later into the evening, and there are you guys still planning on going out?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think that's the only place we can like safely go to sleep.
Okay.
It's out of the city.
Okay, so as you guys moving out, you head for the front door. There's the plasma TV just sitting dormant on the in the living room wall next to the portrait of Cain. You guys take one last gander around as you head out. If
Quick
nobody,
question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Doug before we leave. If he has like radio contacts or anything like that, if he can like get information from the outside world in the cabin.
There's we have a shortwave radio, a hand crank basic shortwave radio. We use it if just to communicate between us. I mean, it doesn't have a huge range, but we can maybe about a mile or two. We can talk to them.
Yeah, because we're gonna need some way to pick up any of the local news if this gets worse. But if you have somebody that you can contact who has like
you do have a TV right
city,
next to you.
that's why I'm asking if before we leave, if I know we're gonna be able to do this, like get information again. Otherwise, I'm gonna watch the news.
I would say if you want to get caught up, my cabin out in the middle of nowhere is not the place to do it.
All right, watch the news.
All right, you flick on the news.
Turn it on for a little bit.
You see the same news anchor from before. From the previous broadcast that you've observed on the TV.
She's probably stuck in her freaking
She
This
looks.
is zombie.
The lights are kind of flickering above. You hear some commotion in the background. It's not as professional as the last broadcast you'd seen. You just see her in front just reading off. Breaking news. This may be our last broadcast, so please listen carefully. The cannibal epidemic has spread far and wide. The U.S. government has officially declared a state of emergency in Raccoon City. The U.S. Army and National Guard have been mobilized and will be setting up a blockade around the city limits overnight, with the intent of stopping citizens from entering or leaving. Please, for your own safety, do not approach the blockade. You will be shot on sight. And you hear some people kind of rushing her off camera, and she's just like, I say again, do not approach the army blockades. You cannot leave the city by road. The CDC is advising all citizens to remain indoors, find a safe place, a shelter if you can, and wait this out. You hear a crash in the background, and the camera gets a little skewed before the anchor runs off the stage, being hurried off with the rest of the crew.
Looks like quarantine's in effect. All right, bunker down. We gotta wait this out.
And with that is going to be where we end the session. So
yeah.
All right.
So that was our episode for tonight. That was fun.
Dude, I crossed off every single goal that I had. I'm so happy.
Well, now that we're under quarantine, you know how quarantine always ends.
Well, I mean,
A nuke?
I also know how this ends. So
Napalm, murder squads being sent in by the government, any number of things.
yeah,
So is it under martial law now?
I think there's probably a good chance.
So are we going to start encountering people that will not let us proceed? Like, are we going to start encountering like military that might
we'll find out.
City limits.
Yeah, because like that's why we need to get to your cabin as soon as possible, because we can't. I know we can't leave the city, and I didn't think we'd be able to because I got all my people out that I needed to get out with Maria and what's his name, Brandon. Yeah. But I was like, I don't think we can get to Katara in time and still leave in time for a quarantine. So we need to bunker down. And
is anybody like vehicle proficient? Like if.
Does anybody have proficiency in driving?
I don't think I have a license.
Like, does the police station say have like, I don't know, like a helicopter?
You don't know. All this and more we can find out next time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Troy, for watching. I see you still hanging out there in chat. I'm glad you found it fun to watch. So that is going to be where we pick up next time. Thank you all very much for playing. That was a good time.
Yeah, thank you.
And special shout out to our guest, Sayers. Is there anywhere you could be found if you want to shout yourself out?
The best thing I would say is follow a Facebook group at Panda Force Ultra, and rate and subscribe in iTunes at Panda Force Ultra podcast.
So you run that podcast. You also did some awesome work on Denith, doing some voice acting and some sound editing. If you want to see some of that, And so I guess we'll probably have you on next time to resolve your character's little journey. That would
be great.
All right, so
when is next time?
Next 2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
From now,
yeah. Okay. Every other Friday. So
perfect.
Yeah, so 2 weeks from now we'll reconvene to continue your little journey of Doug. I point out he has like the most normal sounding name of everyone in the party.
Yeah, well, when you said that, I wasn't sure like what I was going up against, and then I saw
his name's Doug.
Well, I mean,
I love it.
I just figured people in Resident Evil have pretty normal names for the most part, like George.
They do. And Chris, and
that's what happens when you have
normal people.
Well, that too, but also just people who have like or outside of the culture making an American game.
That's very true. Yes, that's 100% true. Like Wesker is just the pure anime. Like they just
exactly. Yeah,
we need an anime character.
Wesker, anime extraordinaire.
Especially when he starts to have like powers.
Yeah, he's so anime.
Do they ever refer to him as Albert?
Yeah, certain characters do.
Okay.
Refer to him as Albert, but yeah.
Like I was just wondering because I've never really paid it. I guess I never really paid attention. He's always been Wesker.
Yeah.
Who's the guy getting his face eaten? Brad or something?
Brad was Brad got killed by Nemesis.
Yeah, Brad
was killed at the very beginning. The first one.
I think it was Kevin.
Kevin.
That would be To my knowledge, the reason why Chauncey looks the way Chauncey looks.
Yeah, the dude who was getting his face eaten was Kevin.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, one of the stars guys. You're talking about the first zombie in Resident Evil 1?
First walk around the corner and see.
Yeah.
Wasn't
It's like the
wasn't he the
turnaround.
one?
No, I don't think-
he was the one.
I don't know if that was Kevin.
The picture,
Because
right?
Kevin was the guy who gets killed later on by like the snake and the shark, depending on which way you
No,
go,
that's
right?
Richard.
Was it?
No,
Kevin-
Richard. No,
Kevin-
yeah, Richard. They all have
Richard?
super normal
Oh,
names.
yeah, there we go.
Super normal names these guys had. Yeah, I remember somebody was Kevin, somebody was Richard.
No, yeah,
Is-
Kevin is the one who gets bitten in
Yeah,
half by the
no,
snake,
yeah.
right?
No, Richard was the one that gets bitten.
No,
by the snake.
Richard gets bit by the snake.
Yeah, there we go. All these normal,
Kevin-
normal names.
Yeah,
And then you had
Kevin
Santa
gets
Claus,
mauled
that
by
came
like
here.
dogs, doesn't he?
I don't remember.
Or is
Yeah.
that Forrest?
God, do
I
you
don't
remember when the first? I don't know how old some of you other guys are, but do you remember? Like, I remember getting that game in 1997 or 96. Was it 96?
It came out in '96.
Yeah, 96.
I remember
getting
getting
that
it.
game.
Almost
And-
release date.
Yeah, and I remember watching that stupid FMV intro,
Live
and I was
action.
like,
Oh yeah.
"What is this?" And then the whole oh god, I don't know why that game. I love it so much and why it endured so much because one of the first lines is that stupid Master of Locks line. And you're like,
Yeah.
you're like,
unlocking.
"Jeez, like lockpick."
But you're Jill, the master of unlocking.
Yeah, that's actually one thing. I don't know. I'm sure you guys played the HD remake.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
that's what I
redid the
played.
voice acting. It kind of
Yeah,
stopped.
unfortunately, they took out some of the better bad lines.
Yeah.
Like Wesker yelling, "Don't open that door."
Yeah.
Wasn't that Barry? Right, but
No,
anyway.
it's Wesker
Okay,
in
yeah.
the original.
Well, anyway, that's my rant. So
Yeah. No, yeah, this is fun. This is fun. I'm glad we got this
Yeah.
little group together. We look forward to having you guests on the next session. Also, a big shout out to Melchiah here,
There's my
who
dude.
designed the puzzle in the Oswald household. He actually designed the Oswald household entirely. So,
oh, nice.
yeah. So,
Yep.
Yep, I'm
I
out.
was-
How to deal with
Yeah.
that.
I was testing out a lot of stuff because I'm looking to be a game developer in the future.
Yeah.
So
So he knows his design stuff, going to school for that. And it's kind of awesome. It almost felt like a little bit of like a guest, I don't know, kind of design interlude for me. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
sweet. I get this whole area design that's going to take you guys like hours to get through without having to put in extra work. With that being said, I had to develop a lot of stuff for this session. That was the reason we started kind of late, because it's at this point where it was just kind of open. I was like, okay, there's a lot of threads that you guys can pursue. You're not going to be able to get to all of them, but I have to develop all of them. And that's why I was
Exactly.
that's why it was so late. But yeah, I hope it was worth the wait, and look
How
forward
did
to having you guys on in a couple of weeks.
Real quick question: how did you imagine that encounter with the little girls going when you imagined that?
Honestly, I didn't consider the outcomes. I just set it all up
Okay.
and just let it loose. With that being said,
Okay.
there was.
Like Emil was the only one just being like, "All right, we just shot a little kid in broad daylight."
I'll be straight up. The only reason I
We
had
didn't do nothing.
The only reason I even waited to shoot him is because I was like, oh, what would my character do? If it was me and I turned around the corner and saw some little scary zombie girls, I would have just like grenaded down the hallway. Grenada! Yeah. But I'm also the type of person in real life, if any of you were bit even for a second, I would turn around and shoot you instantly.
Yo, I'm out. Just leave you for dead.
I'm the type of person where it's just like, as soon as you get bit, off goes the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me, because then I got to deal with your armless having ass.
All
You
right.
get bit, I'm letting you get eaten at the same time, because there ain't no help. Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
that went over pretty smoothly, actually. I think,
Yeah,
as far
yeah.
as all the technical aspects, no battle maps this time. So
Not
that
yet,
was.
anyways.
Yeah, you didn't get to any on this one, so I just pretty much didn't had a low intensity DJing to do. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Shout outs to the dice guy who gave us cheers.
Yeah.
Many-sided dice. That's awesome. Our first set of cheers. So we'll
you
be
so
back
much.
in 2 weeks. 2 Fridays from now, we'll be back with the next episode of Resident Roleplay. I'm looking forward to it. Until then, we'll see you
Next.
guys later. Peace.
See
Swear.
ya.
Have a good night. God bless.
Good night, sweet dreams. All the good things forgiven this Saturday.
bye.